Well, we're at the end game now.
Damn right we are.
Holy shit, Silver, what are you doing here?
Shit!
Start the music, bitches!
Shh.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am back for one last hurrah. Yep. Oh my god, you guys. But yeah.
Well, not technically one last hurrah, but we'll get there when we get there.
Well, if you guys remember around this time,
Last year.
last year, we ended up talking about a little movie known as Avengers Infinity War. And yeah, Endgame came out. Let's talk about it.
And
Let's talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Endgame.
this movie was hype.
Wait. Before we begin, shouldn't we address,
Oh yeah, we should have
Oh
done
yes.
that first.
Oh yes. Spoiler warning. All throughout this video, we will be talking massive spoilers for Avengers Endgame. So
So like the other thing.
That's not what I was talking about.
oh,
So
sorry.
like the other thing.
All right, go ahead. Sorry. Right, you're the boss now, DL. Go ahead.
Now, before we get to talking about Endgame, we have to address an elephant in the room. It was reported as of last night that one Puan Magasiva, aka Shane, the Red Ninja Storm Ranger, Shane Clark, his actor, sadly, he was found dead in his home yesterday. It's honestly really sad here. We don't know the details yet. Yeah, all we know that he was found dead in his home.
He was only 38.
We don't know any of the details, sadly, but from all of us here at the Toku Roundup, we wish Magasiva's family, as well as any of his friends and coworkers, all the best as they're going through it.
He left behind a 7-year-old daughter.
Oh, that's terrible. That's terrible.
Yeah.
Well,
Granted, it was from his wife's previous relationship, but still.
yeah, but we wish all the best to his family, who are mourning his death, and we hope that all those who are negatively affected get through this, and this is just really hard. Really hard to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. First, and not to mention earlier in the day, reported that one of the founding members of Team TokuNet, Deca End, was reported to have passed away.
Okay, not to bring down the move, but shouldn't you guys talk about this in a Toku-related video rather than when we're about to talk about Endgame?
Yes, I know, but well, it did most recently come out, so it feels we should address this sooner rather than later.
Fine,
Anyway,
I guess.
Anyway, rest in peace, Mr. Magasiva. And we hope for the best in the future for his family and coworkers. Now, moving on from that,
You guys
Endgame.
do realize you kind of surprised that on me because I didn't think we were talking about it right now.
Yes, we did. We told you about that. We said, yeah, we should probably address that before we start.
Yeah, we did.
Wow! And Austin, the hell, man?
Oh yeah.
What?
What happened now?
Also, St. John, moments ago.
Caption. Look at that caption. Read that carefully.
I don't get it.
He
At least
called
get
the
the
ninja steel.
right?
Oh, that's terrible.
Ugh.
Yeah, that's a goof. That's a goof and a half.
That's not only a goof, it's kind of disrespectful.
Yeah.
His heart's in the right place, but yeah.
So,
Yikes.
Anyway,
Okay, so moving on from that.
It was probably just a mistake. Alright, now can we get on to what we were supposed to talk about?
Yes.
Like I said, my one more reaction. Holy shit, Endgame.
We wouldn't be this off topic if I were still in charge. Just
Really,
saying.
dude?
I'm kidding. Okay, anyways, so yeah, Endgame. We should notify massive spoilers.
Yes.
Like massive. Like we're going to be spoiling pretty much this entire movie. So yeah.
Yeah. And for those of you who say, "Oh, I don't care about spoilers. I didn't watch." No. Guys,
You have to watch
need
this
to
movie.
see, you need to go into this movie blind.
yeah.
Yeah. Pretty
Honestly,
much.
honestly, I'm gonna say this right now. Even spoiling even spoiling one thing from this movie, it could ruin your whole experience of the thing.
Yeah. For example, I got spoiled by a YouTube thumbnail on who dies in this movie. And I was pissed. Yeah, it just randomly showed up in my feed, and I'm like, what the fuck?
God damn it, YouTube, you're supposed to protect people from these kind of spoilers.
Exactly. And also, what the fuck? Don't post something that's going to be spoiled, like, immediately after the fucking... Well...
Hey, to be fair, Silver, the same thing happened to me on Kingdom Hearts 3.
Fair enough. But anyways, let's get into this movie. And starting off... Holy crap, the first third of this movie is depressing.
Yeah, this movie is sad.
Okay, so starting off, it starts off immediately where Infinity War left off. Tony and Nebula are trying to get back to Earth.
Well, no, that's later.
No,
That's at the beginning of the Flutter! Stop
It's
it!
not. The beginning of the movie is where we get to see Hawkeye's family.
Oh my god,
yeah,
semantics! Semantics, Flutter.
Fan who saw this on opening night.
Okay, you're gonna play that card? Really? Well, you know what? Then you can go to the black hole.
No.
Okay,
Yes.
okay, enough! It's supposed to be a fun discussion.
Anyway.
Yeah, that's so...
Fine.
First of all, Flutter, stop being an ass and so anal.
Yeah, to be fair to Hawkeye, but... Yeah, but to be fair to Hawkeye...
Secondly, Silver, trying to raise your voice too much at him.
Fine.
Okay, to be fair to Hawkeye...
This is supposed to be a fun, civil discussion. Oh, okay, you know what? Here's what we make up for. We talk about that scene when he comes up in the movie.
Alright.
Fine, fair enough.
Okay, fair
look.
enough.
Okay, we'll go briefly into it. It starts off with Hawkeye's family vanishing and Hawkeye being very, distraught about it. I'm sorry, I forgot about that scene coming first. And
Yeah.
And plus,
understandable.
And plus, at the same time, Flutter, it's just one little scene. I could just mention it like that. You didn't have to be so anal about it.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Hey, caramba.
Sorry. Anyway, moving right along. What can I do?
Anyway, so
Yeah.
So the movie takes place right where Infinity War left off.
More specifically, 23 days.
Yeah. Should have been 22.
Yeah.
I see what you did there.
God
Okay.
damn it.
That's this.
22.
Remember,
The 22nd MCU film.
Yeah, this one was the 22nd MCU movie.
Boo!
That was actually
Exactly.
clever,
Boo!
to be honest.
Thank you. Anyways, so Tony ends up. So Tony and Nebula are on a ship that's lost power, and they are about to die. And then they get saved by Captain Marvel.
Well, correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't it the Bellatar?
The what?
Huh?
The Guardian ship?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, but of course, there's also a fun scene where Tony and Nebula are bonding by playing what was it? Paper football?
Paper football.
Yeah, paper football.
Yeah, paper football.
Which I'll bring up as one of the things that and it's probably one of the only things that I agree with from Nando v Movies, because honestly, the guy has some questionable opinions on certain movies.
All right. We'll save that for later.
We'll save it for later, yeah. Anyways, as I was saying, so they end up getting saved by Captain Marvel. Also, one thing that I do have to say is a negative about this movie. Why is Captain Marvel barely in this movie?
I have an explanation.
Okay, well, before I say anything, say what you will about Brie Larson. Her portrayal of Carol Danvers was amazing. I really enjoyed Captain Marvel. And here's the thing. I saw Captain Marvel, like, literally the day before I saw Endgame with my best friend, who I've known for the past 12 years now. And we had fun watching the movie. It's like,
it was a fun movie, but the people who were just hyping it up, overhyping it, just like first like the best movie because it focuses on a strong female character. Yeah, no.
Look, the whole thing about it is that it was a good movie. It was fun. It was funny. Carol is a very engaging character.
I will agree with that. It was a fun movie.
Yeah, she's a very engaging character with a lot of personality, and I like her. So why wasn't she in the movie more?
DL.
And before you say anything about her being too OP, DL, that isn't an excuse for her not
yes, it is.
showing up in the movie at least somewhat.
Okay. I have twofold explanation. The first is the fact that she's too OP, and the second is that they established that she basically has other responsibilities other than Earth.
Yeah. Remember when she went to the Skrull planet, to the planet of the Skrulls?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Also,
she probably would be fighting off threats like the Kree and such.
Also, a quick aside: that plot twist with the Skrulls actually being the good guys.
Well, if you've seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's actually been established that the Kree are evil. Much before.
Yeah, the Kree are dead.
I haven't seen Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., so that was a surprise to me as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's like, I just thought it was Ronan, but...
Yeah, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., it's not just Ronan. The Kree are assholes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, back on top.
Can't wait to see them be the bad guys of Captain Marvel 2.
They're more than likely going to do a secret invasion type storyline, but anyway.
We'll see.
Wait, the Kree will be the villains of Secret Invasion? Now that I gotta see.
That'll be a twist.
That would be fun, actually, to be honest.
That would be awesome. Alright, moving right along.
Yep.
Anyway.
So, yeah, they end up figuring out where exactly it is, and Tony's is still a little bit vitriol about everything. Maybe he's still recovering from the whole snap thing and, failing, but also it seems like he's still harboring a little bit of a grudge of Steve.
Against Steve.
Yeah, against Steve because of Civil War.
Yeah. Probably.
Because he even brings up the whole line of from Age of Ultron where Steve said, where Tony was like, "We're gonna lose," but Steve said, "We do it together."
Mm-hmm.
Yep, and yeah, Tony's being a dick.
Honestly, given all that he went through, it's understandable why he's so, how should I put it?
Snarky.
Broken.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways,
I think the real sticking point for him, I think it had to have been Peter.
Yeah, he even said, I lost a kid.
yeah, poor Tony. He's still
Anyway.
being a dick, but poor Tony.
He's understandably hurt.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Anyways, so Nebula ends up giving the location where Thanos is now, which is this place called the Garden. Which the fact that they call back to the original. Well, here's the thing: they call back to the original comics because.
I remember at the end of the Infinity Gauntlet, Thanos basically settled on that planet as a farmer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, he did. But they killed him.
Anyways.
Wait, you didn't know that, Flutter?
No.
Okay, I will say I went to go read that, and for the record, I read both Infinity War and Infinity Gauntlet comics before seeing the movie.
Anyways, so they pretty much just go to the planet and bust into his house gangbuster style, chop off his arm, and basically just
severs his arm with
Okay, not quite. They basically tell Thanos to basically undo what he did, but Thanos says he can't.
Well, here's the thing: they also chop off his arm.
Well, yeah, they did. But Flora was about to say that Thor chopped off his.
Hang on. Give it a sec.
Ask where the stones are.
Yeah, but Thanos says they're gone. He essentially used the powers of the stones to destroy the stones, meaning what is done cannot be undone. And thus, as a result, in a moment of anger, Thor basically follows up on what Thanos told him to do in the last movie.
And lops off his head.
Gone for the head.
Yeah, he went for the head.
Yeah, honestly, when I got to this scene, I was surprised. I was like, oh my god.
We're mad. We're pissed.
Like, I initially went into this movie expecting it to be, they go there, they find Thanos escapes and stuff, and they go on this big space adventure or whatever to get the stones back and fix everything. But no. Thanos wins.
Yep.
Well, as far as we know.
Hang on. Dip. We'll get to that later.
Get to it.
Infinity Stones gathered. Everybody died.
Now here's the thing. And then we see 5 years later.
Yeah,
my heart just sinks.
Yeah. This was honestly a real surprise for me. Yeah, I didn't expect us to actually see more of the aftermath of this.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like I said, the first part of this movie is fucking depressing.
Yeah, it's like, how are the Avengers gonna deal with the snap? Not well.
But yeah, we cut.
To be fair, it's not. They don't really show solely the Avengers going through this. They show how the whole freaking world is responding to this. We see a moment where Snap's meeting up with people who actually survived the snaps, speaking to them, encouraging them to keep moving forward.
Which, by the way, speaking of the guy that Steve was talking to, that was actually Joe Russo.
Oh shit!
Wow, that's actually really cool.
Oh my god, that was! I recognize him. I'm like, wait, where do I know that guy from?
Not to mention, he wasn't the only director or creator cameo in that scene. Thanos' creator was in there.
Okay, that's awesome.
Okay, wow, that's pretty awesome.
That is actually really.
Thanos, Drax, and Gamora's creator Jim Starlin was in that self-help group.
That's pretty great.
So in other words, this is basically Cap telling people of how Thanos basically how Jim Starlin's creation basically fucked over the world.
Basically.
Yeah.
Well, not just the world, the whole universe.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, and then we cut to a van that's in impound.
And those who saw Ant-Man and the Wasp will actually recognize this van.
Yep.
That's the fan that had the quantum tunnel inside of it during the after credit scene, or during the mid credit scene.
And Scott comes out.
Yeah. Now, let me try and give you quick refresher for those of you who didn't watch Ant-Man and the Wasp. If you didn't, what the hell's wrong with you? At the end of that movie, Scott was actually at the time doing a quick experiment with Janet, Hope, and Hank.
Yeah.
Wherein they sent him to
Okay, one at a time. Okay.
Sorry.
Well, basically what they were trying to do was they were getting more of those particles to cure Ghost.
Yeah, because Ghost was still basically having that problem at the end of the movie.
She's getting better.
She got better.
Although,
She got better.
that is one thing that I'm wondering. In these 5 years, what happened to Ghost?
I don't know.
My guess is that she was affected by the snap as well.
Yeah.
Huh, okay.
Yeah, I get
Which
the feeling
honestly,
too.
I feel it'll make sense. Otherwise, you'd have to worry about the whole thing. Worry about the whole dilemma of her basically dying slowly. But
Basically,
But-
yeah.
but yeah, the thing was, while after Scott was sent to the quantum realm, he tried to contact Mission Control, aka Jan and Hank and Hope. However, when he does, he got no response. And then we pan out to see Dust in the Wind. Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Biggest instance of food whiplash in the entire MCU.
Yeah. Okay. No joke. When I was first watching Ant-Man and the Wasp, I knew that one of them was going to be affected by a snap. But honestly, I thought it was just going to be Hope. I thought that what the response was going to be was I expected what happened was when Scott was trying to contact Hope, Hank would basically contact back and said, "Hey, Scott, she's gone." Wait, what do you mean she's gone? I mean she's gone. Boom. But
yeah.
no, it's the entire family. Like, holy shit.
Yeah, I watched that, and just seeing Scott trapped in the quantum realm, and I'm like, oh shit.
However,
this actually proves to be one of the most pivotal parts of the whole movie.
because
We'll get to that. So here's the thing: since Scott was trapped in the quantum realm, he was not affected by the snap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Scott basically gets free, and basically he learns how the world's gone to hell.
Yeah, thanks to the help of a rat, by the way.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the whole time he has one thing on his mind: his daughter, Cassie.
Yep. And when he finds her, it's a very tearful reunion.
Unfortunately, he's been gone a little while, so she's gone through a bit of a change, which. You thought I meant like an actual age change. No, I just mean a different actress.
Yeah. Well,
God damn it.
It's a bit of both, but whatever.
I'm making a joke.
No,
I know, that's why I'm saying god damn it.
I know.
Anyways. So yeah. Right. So Scott heads to, well, yeah, the Avengers mansion or whatever. Yeah.
Avengers Tower.
It's not a tower.
Not a
It's
tower.
Avengers HQ.
Okay.
Interesting.
Avengers HQ. We'll go with that.
It was a mansion in the comics, and now it's not.
Now it's a base. Now it's
That's
just
a
a regular
base.
Getting off the base.
Yeah, Avengers base. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. Anyway, so Scott shows up and basically says, "Hey, I was in the quantum realm for 5 hours, and 5 years passed."
Well,
Yeah.
before
really
that,
was
we
5
actually
years?
now before that, we get a quick scene with Black Widow, basically going over her several members is basically off doing their own thing. Like Rocket's off-world doing stuff. Some of them are basically trying to settle things from across the world.
Okoye is in Wakanda.
And Captain Marvel's off doing her own thing in the one place not corrupted by capitalism, space. And well,
Hawkeye's AWOL. Thor is elsewhere.
Not just AWOL. Well, we learned that apparently
he was in Mexico.
No.
No. We learned that apparently when Hawkeye lost his family to the snap, he did not take it well.
Yeah.
No.
And by that I mean he went cuckoo.
Basically.
And started going off on a killing spree.
Well, yeah, even though he was reported to be in Mexico, but even though we see him in Japan, but we'll get to that.
Okay. Let's speed through this because we don't want to take too long with the explanations, okay, guys?
Right.
Here, let me take care of the explanation. So, Scott basically says, time works differently in the quantum realm. We might have a second chance at this, which initially, I kind of raised an eyebrow at this because I'm like, okay, what? You're gonna use the quantum realm for time travel.
Well, that's what it came across as, but that wasn't the actual case. But we'll get to that.
We'll get to that.
So it's case of the intensifies.
Exactly. Just I don't even know what happened in this movie. I'm just okay. It's like I can accept time travel through a quantum realm, but at the same time, you're time traveling? What?
Yeah.
I love a good time story, but what?
Now, boys and girls, when it comes to that, we must always remember the words of a very wise and bold man.
I swear to God, DL, if you use the "Some Call Me Johnny" reference,
party pooper.
Okay, I like Johnny, but I do not tolerate that line. Time travel is
really
complicated,
wrong, though?
sure. Time travel is complicated, sure. But it's not bullshit.
Okay, to be fair though.
Okay, sometimes it can be
to fair,
bullshit.
Okay,
But at the
devil's
same
advocate,
time-
let me.
Okay, one at a time.
But at the same time, if there is a simple explanation for it, then yeah, I can accept it. It's just as long as time travel follows its own rules.
Exactly. As I was trying to say, devil's advocate here. While time travel is not the most bullshit plot device you could pull out of your ass, it is tricky in the fact that you have to pay attention to a lot of things, and you have to pay attention to the rules.
Okay. Honestly, if you ask me, I get the feeling that he didn't really mean that. He was more just trying to continue to do it as a joke.
Yeah.
Fair enough, but it still offends me.
Anyway.
Well, to be fair, a lot of things offend you.
Yeah.
Do you want to go to the black hole?
Silver, I am just saying.
Alright.
Anyway.
We're getting really heated on this. Just saying.
Yeah, anyway, to continue.
Also, I don't know why my Joker memory was still in my maximum drive slot. That was probably from the original take of this, when we realized we weren't recording.
Probably.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Probably.
to continue.
Right, anyways, so... Yeah, I'll admit, the whole time travel thing kind of raised an eyebrow, but you know what? I'm just gonna put on my blank Saitama face and say, okay.
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 Okay. Honestly, if you ask me, yes, the time travel thing might have been the smartest plan, but for what they were pulling off in the end, I can honestly tolerate because of, well, we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
It doesn't detract from the movie. It's just confusing.
Yeah.
It's a little confusing, yeah. But anyway,
here's the thing. Like, I don't think time travel is bullshit, but time travel is confusing as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, no matter what, you're gonna have something that just doesn't make sense. Which
Yeah.
we'll get. Which is the one thing that we'll get to at the end of this discussion.
Yeah.
Anyways, so they decide to go to Tony on a very they don't expect to succeed with Tony.
First we see that Tony settled down.
Yep.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
got married to Pepper.
And Tony ended up not only getting married to Pepper, they ended up having a kid.
They had a daughter.
Yep. Morgan Stark,
Yep.
which
It's adorable.
she is freaking adorable.
I love you 3000.
Oh, now you're making me sad.
No, let's not wait. Let's wait for that. But we actually get a nice little scene wherein Morgan is wearing a new helmet with a faux repulsor gauntlet.
Yeah, I'm very rescue of her.
Wherein Tony says that he made it for her mom, but he says her mom never buys it.
Your
Your
mom
mom never buys anything I buy for her.
Also, if you think about it, the I love you 3000. How much does a ton weigh?
2,000 pounds.
When he said,
I don't know.
When he says I love you tons, a ton weighs 2,000 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Oh, she was saying 3,000 tons.
No.
It's a science pod.
No. She basically, that's a clever way of saying that she loves him.
Okay.
Anyway.
Well, here's the thing. I love you tons. I love you 3,000. It's like 3,000 tons.
Anyway.
Flutter, you get where I'm... What?
I
Anyways,
I get it.
Yeah, I get
anyways,
where you're going.
Tony obviously does not want to help these people. One, he's probably fought against most of these people and doesn't have the best blood with most of these people, even though he barely knows anything about Scott.
Yeah.
Yep.
All he knows that he was a giant man from the airport.
Exactly.
Oh, by the way, the I love you 3000 line that was actually by one of Dirty J's children.
Yeah, that's actually really sweet. Anyways, okay, enough focusing on Morgan and her adorableness, okay? Let's focus on the movie. And two, Tony has a life. He has a life now, and he doesn't want to give that up.
Basically, he has a second chance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so Tony's being selfish.
Well, yes
Well,
and no.
He's being...
Okay, guys, there's no way around this. Tony's being selfish in this scene.
I don't see it as being selfish. I see it being protective.
yeah. I see it protective.
Okay. Let's dissect this real quick. Tony is technically being selfish, yes, but honestly, I don't think it's just about basically not wanting to give up this life.
Mm-hmm.
I always saw this in another light. It's showing Tony giving off one thing that he rarely ever demonstrates personally, an emotion that he rarely shows off blatantly.
Love.
No. Fear. He is scared shit.
Yeah.
Because he knows if things go foobar, he's gonna lose everything again.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. But his family basically convinces him.
Well,
Not quite though. He himself curiously decides to try toying around with a few things.
Well, first, a light bulb's idea is sparked by when he's doing the dishes, and he accidentally gets a picture frame of him and Peter. Well, more specifically, Peter getting a grant from Stark Industries. It's like, what if we could bring everybody back?
Yeah, honestly,
which that's a good transition.
Yeah.
it's Tony's chance at redemption.
Yeah.
And he basically he's able to help. Also,
he successfully makes time-space GPSs.
Basically, which allows them to actually traverse the time stream, which okay, as much as I was questioning the whole time travel bit, that's actually really awesome. Like, I'm not gonna lie,
awesome.
that is badass. The fact that Tony's able to freaking create something that allows them to navigate the quantum realm in order to travel through time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty damn badass.
Okay, to go back on my statement earlier, yes, the whole thing was confusing, but the payoff, yeah, it's like, what did it cost? My confusion. Was it worth it? Or what was it worth? Everything. Oh, it was good. It was really good. Like,
Yeah,
I really like that.
Hulk.
Yeah, they end up getting the band back together, and okay, this is one of my complaints with the movie. They kind of just drop Banner's character development. Like, we had this whole thing between him and the Hulk in Infinity War, and it felt like
I see it as a culmination of his character. He and Hulk coming together. Him actually accepting Hulk for who he is as himself.
I can see that, honestly.
Let me give a counterpoint, though. It felt rushed. It happened in the time skip. We did not get to see this happen at all, and I wish we did. Because it kind of just completely...
Silver. Sometimes it's best to show, don't tell.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah, I will agree. That was kind of BS, but it is admittedly interesting to see Professor Hulk in some manner in the MCU, and for what we got, they pulled off decently.
Yeah, I did like Mark Ruffalo's performance, and it's definitely kind of funny just seeing like this goofball nerd in a giant green body.
By the way,
the best part had to have been the whole picture scene.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Look, you gotta make it upset.
By the way.
Oh man.
By the way, you guys notice what Bruce was eating when we first saw him as Professor
Shawarma.
Oh my god.
Shawarma.
Oh my god. Anyways,
you actually see him eating Hunka burning fudge.
Wow.
Huh?
The ice creams that were mentioned in Infinity War.
Oh.
Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, so yeah, time to get the band back together. Hawkeye is pretty easy to get thanks to talking to Black Widow.
Which admittedly, I kind of like the scene, the scene with Hawkeye.
Well,
in Japan. Though I will admit, I myself have some issues with it, and it involves Hawkeye himself.
well,
Now,
Also, why are you trying to kill Akihiko? All he was trying to do was beat some shadows.
God damn it!
Go to the corner.
I'm sorry, but when I saw the name Akihiko, I'm just like, Persona 3. All of the Persona 3.
God damn it.
Enough with your persona, or I'm summoning our son on your ass.
Okay. I just wanted to make that small joke. Just wanted
I
to...
appreciate the Persona reference.
Okay. Now then, I myself have some small issues with the movie, and it regards Hawkeye. Now, when I first heard...
his name was...
Shh. What? I'm talking.
Sorry.
Now, when I first heard that Hawkeye was going to become Ronin, I was very excited. I haven't seen much of Ronin from the comics, but from what I did saw, I thought he was awesome. The fact that he basically trades his archer girth for some badass ninja gear, some badass hand-to-hand combat moves, but here with this rendition of Ronin, this isn't Ronin. It's just Hawkeye. I dressed up like Ronin because he still uses all the archery stuff.
That's fair.
It's Hawkeye with a
To be
sword.
fair, no, to be fair, okay, I'm gonna have a counter argument to that. And even in the comics, he still uses the archery stuff when he's Ronin.
Well,
That's
yes.
not inaccurate.
Well, yes, Alti, but here's the thing. Hey, Ronin is known for being a martial artist. And you want to know what I rarely see Hawkeye doing in this movie?
Martial arts.
Okay, that is a good point.
And not only that, all he has is the sword. Where's the stuff like the nunchucks or some badass kunai or ninja stars?
Okay, I will give you that.
Hell, you could have basically had him still doing the long range stuff, just replace the arrows with kunai.
That's fair.
That's fair.
The problem I have with Hawkeye is he doesn't do much. And this is kind of a thing in all of the Marvel movies, except for one, Age of Ultron. Because in Age of Ultron, we see his family, we see him fighting, we see him interacting with Quicksilver, which ends up leading to Quicksilver's sacrifice.
And one of convincing her to become an Avenger.
Bet you didn't see that coming.
But yeah, it's just like, Hawkeye doesn't do much, and it's a shame.
Yeah, I will agree. So I get this is the reason they didn't have him do it, because they didn't really feel they needed to.
Yeah, also, a new surprise person entered the chat.
Oh. Hi.
Now's not a good time.
We're kind of recording a thing. Oh, he's gone. Surprise from Ulti's boyfriend, everybody! Or surprise appearance of Ulti's boyfriend, everybody.
Anyway.
No, we're hero!
Anyway.
Yes.
Right, so... But yeah, Hawkeye just kind of gets shafted in all these movies.
Fair, that's fair.
And that is fair, yeah. Fair, I will agree with you. They should have had him do more, but again, I get the feeling the reason they didn't was either A, they didn't have much time to, or B, they feel they didn't need to.
Mm-hmm.
I guess. And then we get to Thor.
I really
Wait,
God.
wait. Hold on. I got a perfect line here. We see
I will say the stuff we do get from Hawkeye, well, it's small, I do appreciate it.
Yeah, okay. Now let me say a line. We secretly replaced Thor, son of Odin, and with this big Lebowski, he doubled. See if they notice.
Oh my God.
Yeah, Dude Thor. Let's talk about Dude Thor.
Okay. I'll admit a lot of people are very mixed on Dude Thor. But
I find him hilarious.
yeah, I understand where people are coming from.
Not to mention, you'd expect him to let himself go. He has massive PTSD. He has massive PTSD.
Okay, just to bring up. Okay,
guilt.
let's just bring up everything here. He's lost his mother,
Everything.
his father, his brother,
Sister.
half his people. Well, his sister was evil, so
Yeah. Okay, can I discuss
half
real
his
quick
people, and he failed in saving the universe. So yeah.
Silver, before we continue real quick, I want to bring up one other problem that I have with this movie, and in regards to this scene. It's nothing to do with Dude Thor.
Okay.
It's to do with Korg and Meek, or more specifically, most of the Asgardian people.
Oh.
Korg lives!
How the fuck did half these people survive? We never saw any sign of them escaping the carnage from the first movie. I know I'm being anal here, but I'm sorry. Was it really too much to ask to at least show, well, I don't know, escape pods or something?
Fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
And one more thing. The body language and dialogue from Thor in Infinity War implied that he was the last of his people.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is kinda...
It's that bugs me, because it basically means that most of his dialogue from Infinity War was basically half it was a lie.
Yeah.
Also,
All right, I would
Now,
say
now,
another
now,
about
now,
let's move on.
now,
I'll talk to
am
you guys about it later.
am I glad that Korg, me, and such are alive? Yes. However, I feel that they should have properly, I don't know, addressed. Hell, have Thor say, if they wanted to really keep us around, they should have had Thor say some sort of throwaway line in Infinity War, like saying, "Hang, thankfully some of my people escaped. They've not all survived."
yes. Also, Thor using Stormbreaker as a bottle opener.
Jeez Louise.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my god, can we just talk about him roasting someone on Fortnite?
Oh yeah, Noob Master 69.
69! Okay. You know, I have to bring up a meme real quick. One moment.
Is this the one
yeah,
about
I know
Noob
what
Master 69 being Loki?
No. Not that one.
It's better.
But I have something even better.
Oh
Oh
boy.
my god.
Hurry it up then.
Okay. Let's see here. Okay, come on. I know you're in here. Here, okay. Keep going while I look for it. Wait. I found it.
All right.
Oh, and this meme was actually done by one of our own.
Oh boy. Oh yeah, Korg. It has Korg posted over Infinity War.
Bring me a new Master 69!
God damn it.
God.
Alright, for context for the audience.
Anyway.
Yeah, continuing on.
Right, so... Although it seems like Thor... He doesn't really seem fully into it, but when he hears that they have a second chance at this, yeah.
Yeah, that's what convinced him.
Mm-hmm.
Though I will say this right now, people. You're gonna have to get used to Dude's Thor throughout the movie, because he's not leaving anytime soon.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also, Eli!
Okay, guys, let's not break... Wait, what?
Yeah.
What the
What?
fuck?
Photoshop.
Oh, god damn it!
What happened?
Oh god.
Look at the grinder.
Yeah, I see that. What? How did Geo appear in the... Okay, you know what? We'll talk about this later.
It's Photoshop.
It's photoshopped, okay. Really, Flutter?
Sorry, since we're talking about the film.
Okay, no more Toku references, okay? And no more memes, okay? For one thing, the audience can't see them.
Fair. Sorry. Anyway.
Okay, alright,
Sorry, I felt the need to bring it up since we were talking about that scene.
moving on. So yeah, the whole thing with this is mainly just getting the band together and getting everything ready. And, well, to quote Hello Future Me in his most recent video that had overly sarcastic productions, go watch OSP, they're awesome. They do a lot of history stuff and mythology stuff and trope stuff.
And stuff with the stuff in the things.
Yeah, thing with the stuff in the thing for the things. And then Suicune runs into the wild, and Emil cries out in pain.
My god.
Anyways,
That's one of you guys' reference, isn't it?
yes. Well, mainly Chugga Conroy.
Yeah, let me guess. He was never able to catch Suicune.
Nah, he caught it eventually. He was just making jokes about how Suicune runs away like 3 times. Anyways,
We can bravely run away.
okay, moving on.
God.
Moving
Right,
on.
right,
Come on.
Moving on.
Moving right along.
So
Okay.
this is basically the first of the 3 acts, which takes about an hour. Makes sense that it takes about an hour. Each of these 3 acts each of these acts takes about an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So
now
Yeah.
for the time heist.
Yep, basically, in which everybody kind of realizes, wait a minute, there were 3 Infinity Stones in New York
In New York.
at the same time. Because
the Mind Stone being in the Chitauri Scepter,
the Space Stone being in the Tesseract,
and the Time Stone being in the Eye of Agamotto. Which you remember, one of the sanctums was in New York, more specifically Stevens, which at that point.
And this actually reveals something that was hinted at but never really actually stated. That the magicians and the sorcerers, they were at the Battle of New York. We just never saw them.
The Masters of Mystic Arts were at the Battle of New York. They were just never shown.
Makes sense.
Which honestly, my personal headcanon is they basically dealt with any sort of Chitauri stragglers or silently to make sure they didn't cause any trouble.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, probably.
Anyways, so we basically split this into 4 different parts. We have the part. Well, 3, but still. Technically 4 because we have Nebula and War Machine, and then we have Hawkeye and Black Widow.
Okay. Because Power Stone, duh.
So let's start off with the biggest of the sections first. And we're going to start off with Tony, Scott, Steve, and Bruce.
The Battle of New York.
Which basically just starts off in the right after Loki's gotten his ass kicked by Hulk.
Yeah. Also, I will say this. Okay, so real quick, discussing the whole thing about time travel, this is one of the reasons why I personally tolerate it. Because I love this idea of when you have a big celebration of this looking back on things that had come.
Yeah, looking back on the legacy.
And honestly, this is honestly really cool to me because it feels like you're seeing deleted scenes or such from the end of this movie after it's already been around.
Yeah.
Lion King 1.5, anybody?
Exactly. Yes, that's exactly what I was referring to. Thank you. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that
Yeah,
movie.
that's actually a perfect analogy.
Anyway, yeah. So we see Bruce go for the Time Stone.
Scott and Tony go for the Space Stone, and Cap has to take care of the Mind Stone. In which we get a very interesting callback to the elevator scene from Winter Soldier.
But wait, we need to mention one of the best scenes.
America's
ass.
Oh yes. Basically, Tony says that Steve's old outfit makes his butt look flat, and then Scott's like, "Don't worry, Steve. To me, that's America's ass."
Which here's the thing. That originally started off as actually a meme by the fans.
Yeah.
That they actually acknowledged in this movie, and honestly, I love when studios actually do that. It's a nice way of basically saying to the fans, "Yeah, we know. We're gonna acknowledge it."
Deal what? Is that real? Is that actually the truth?
Yeah. Yeah.
Huh.
Anyways.
Yeah. Okay.
So
now then.
Anyway, so real quick, let's take care of Hulk's part first. So after convincing the Ancient One, basically saying Stephen Strange gave the Time Stone, he knew that this would happen.
Here's the thing. The Ancient One, first off, the Ancient One separated Bruce from Professor Hulk.
Yeah, basically kicks his soul out of his body.
Which was a nice callback to Doctor Strange.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And basically expostulates on the Infinity Stones and the multiverse. Whereas if one of the Infinity Stones is taken from its casing or from its place of holding, the multiverse will be thrown into the darkness, which Professor Hulk gives an amazing counterpoint. Why don't we just put it back after? Why don't we just put them back after they're used?
Which honestly isn't a bad idea.
It basically prevents paradoxes, but at the same time, it's a little convoluted.
Yeah.
But then again, time travel always is. Wait, I forgot one. I forgot one thing. One thing, real quick. Rewinding back to the first act. Does that mean that Back to the Future was bullshit? God, I love that.
Wait. We forgot to mention one certain moment. The first testing of the quantum realm.
Oh my god.
Oh yeah, just
old Scott then baby Scott.
Well, it went young Scott, then old Scott, then baby Scott.
He's a baby. He'll grow up.
Oh my god.
Also,
I don't even know how that happened, but I don't care. That was pretty funny.
Tony explained. Time flew through him instead of him flowing through time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, a bit convoluted, but sure, I'll take it. Anyways, back to the present.
I'm not sure if it was younger or older me. Or maybe just me.
Anyways, moving on. So, Steve ends up in this elevator scene and basically uses Hail Hydra to get the scepter.
First,
Hail Hydra.
First, we've got to point out another returning character, Crossbones.
Oh yes.
Yeah, Crossbones.
By the way, he was actually the first returning character to be confirmed to return. His actor confirmed that.
Wow.
Pretty much.
But yeah,
that's actually pretty cool. Which I honestly like the fact that they got him back for this. It makes this feel very authentic. Like this really is a glimpse into the past.
Yep.
Yeah. Also, Hail Hydra.
Oh Jesus Christ! Really, guys?
Hey! We're totally we're not bringing it up for me. We're bringing it up because it's the freaking plot point.
Fair enough.
Point.
Yeah. He basically does that to.
Now, let me try and quickly explain this for casual. Here's the thing, keep in mind here, people. All the agents in that elevator, they are secretly working for Hydra. Yeah. And Cap knows this. So in order to get past them, he basically does the Hail Hydra thing to basically convince them to give him the case.
Which, honestly, at the same time, seems like an interest. It seems like a.
Well, no.
Here's the thing. It also seems like a big middle finger to Secret Empire.
I love that. I'm convinced that was the case.
That actually was the case, because that was actually, that's what they were cribbing from. Anyway.
Yeah. Like I say, wow, way to throw shade at the comics, guys, and this is why I love you.
This is why the Russos are awesome.
Yeah. Anyway.
And then we get Captain America versus Captain America.
Yeah.
Captain America.
Wait. Hold on. In this moment, I must quote a certain scene. You might know everything I'm going to do, but that's not going to matter. I know everything you're going to do.
Strange, isn't it?
We were thinking the same thing, Silver. Too sweet me.
Oh, too sweet. Also, I'm kicking my own ass.
Wait.
Also, one more thing. Hey, Steve, why are you hitting yourself?
Also.
Why are you hitting yourself?
Also, I can do this all day. Yeah, I know.
and then there's a moment after Cap beats him.
That is America's ass.
By the way, did you guys pay attention to this thing he says to throw the
oh yes,
Avengers
Bucky is alive.
Oh yeah, Bucky is alive. Yeah, that was honestly a really good moment. I like that.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so one, it throws him off, but two, it also gives him hope.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, not to mention, and then after that we cut to Tony and
Well, yeah, let's get to that part now. So they're trying to get the Space Stone basically by making
Scott,
past Tony have a heart attack.
which, by the way, nice use of Alexander Pierce. Which, by the way, that was actually the most out of the blue cameo, because while they did film this cameo before he retired, by the time the film came out, Robert Redford retired from acting.
Wow.
Ah. Wow.
The more you know.
Yeah. Anyway,
so yeah, that all happened. However, before they were able to get away, past Hulk kind of ruins everything by slamming the door.
I love that moment. I love how we saw past Hulk get so frustrated.
Yeah.
Yeah, because a Hulk wanted to join them in the elevator. It's like, whoa, no, you can't.
Maximum capacity has been reached.
And then Loki steals the Space Stone.
Yeah,
Whoopsies!
Get away.
Way to go, Tony! You fucked the timeline.
However,
but this isn't the only.
To be fair, it's not entirely his fault. It's mostly Hulk.
Yeah.
However, there is a plan B.
Yep.
There's always a plan B.
Well, let's go over this real quick. So they only really have enough juice for one round trip. However, Tony has an idea of where to get more. And thus they go to 1970 in a SHIELD base.
Yep.
More specifically, Camp Lehi, the birthplace
in
America.
Yeah, also I want to point something out, but it's coming up later, so I'll wait.
Also,
now, here's one thing that's a little confusing is that, okay, let's take this between things. So we start off, 1945, the Tesseract falls into the ocean, and it's subsequently recovered. Do we know exactly when it was recovered?
Wait, it was used for Project Pegasus, I know that.
Well, yeah, but that was in the 1980s. Because Project Pegasus happened in 1989 when Carol...
Check on the wiki.
Okay.
Wait, Pegasus. What's that to do with Yu-Gi-Oh?
You're not funny, DL.
Not
I
funny.
am too funny.
God damn it.
Oh, never mind.
What was it? What was it?
Sometime later it was by Howard Stark.
Right, okay.
Oh, yeah, it did happen.
Oh.
Because I remember they recovered the Tesseract, but they never found Steve's body.
Now, here's one thing that I'm wondering. When did the Tesseract end up getting used in Project Pegasus?
Let me check that. Also, while we discuss this, let's go to the weakest Thor movie.
Wait.
Let's finish this up, and then we'll talk about Thor: The Dark World. And actually, I kind of wanted to get to.
It was 1989. It was 1989.
Okay, so it got used in 1980. Okay.
Okay.
But I actually want to talk about the Reality Stone last, if that's okay with you guys.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, hello, Zeltrax.
Hey, the M. Not really the best time.
Yeah, we're talking Endgame.
Yes, it is. Zeltrax.
I'm seeing Endgame.
Okay.
Oh. Then you can say.
What are your... Okay, yeah. Would you like to join us?
Sure.
We're
Alright, so...
Time height.
Yeah, so we're currently on the time heist. What are your thoughts on the first act, though?
My thoughts on the first act were actually really good. I was like, oh man, that movie is so freaking good. I don't even know how to really describe.
Let's just say one thing: the beginning was freaking depressing.
Yeah, it was freaking depressing. I was like, again, I should be serving this movie a criminal civil suit for starting the movie with dusting Hawkeye's family.
Yeah.
Daddy, we don't feel so good.
anyways, and so we just talked about. So we're currently on the whole thing with where 1970, where Tony ends up running into his father. Cap runs into Peggy.
Well, actually, there's one small cameo we have to get out of the way as well. The cameo of one Dr. Kim.
Let me. Make love, not war.
What?
Which that's the Stan Lee cameo.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I forgot about that.
And also we have young Michael Douglas as
Yeah,
Captain.
Michael Douglas.
With an actual OG proto Ant-Man helmet.
Which is
Yeah,
comic
that's it.
accurate, by the way.
Yeah, comic accurate Ant-Man helmet.
Which, by the way, nice use of enough said bumper sticker. Because remember,
Yeah, that was one of his original catchphrases alongside Excelsior.
yeah.
Yes, enough said.
Also, rest in peace, Stanley.
Rest in peace,
Rest
you
in
little
peace,
bastard.
and you will be missed.
That was the first time that my theater erupted in applause on opening night.
Awesome.
Also, excuse me, are you Kamen Rider Ooze?
Ooze.
Yeah,
Yes,
this is
it's
Connor.
Connor.
You're in the
You're in the
right
right
place.
place. You're a dead man, don't you?
Okay, real quick. For those who don't get it, when I was talking to my friend about Kamen Rider, and I got to Kamen Rider O's, he looks at the three O's, and it's like, shouldn't it be pronounced ooh? Shouldn't it be Kamen Rider Ooze? And that turned into a meme. Anyways, back to father-son stuff. Yeah,
But
Tony
yeah.
runs into his father.
Tony runs
Yeah.
into Howard.
Thank you,
Yeah.
Mr. Parrot.
Does Flutter want a cracker?
God damn it.
More specifically, while trying to acquire the Tesseract.
Yep, and
Yeah, because
well,
Loki kind of absconded with the damn thing.
well, yeah, we covered
Yeah.
that. But yeah, here's the thing. This actual date was a few weeks before Tony was born.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Which I like when movies pull off moments like this because it's a nice way of a character getting closure on someone who's passed away, yet also making sure not to interfere with canon.
Also,
Yeah, okay.
Also,
People can say what they will about sorry, Fleur, let me just think.
Yeah, go
Okay,
ahead.
say what you will about time travel, but it's moments like these that just feel
Wait.
so good about things. That just
Wait.
it just really ties things together.
That would mean
Agreed.
that would mean that this section of the time heist took place on May 8th, 1970, because Tony was born on May 29th.
I think it
Yeah.
happened in April something.
No,
So-
it would be May 8th if it was 3 weeks. Tony, because he was born on May 29th.
Right. Well,
Anyway.
what was the exact date again? I think
They don't give an exact date.
no, they do because he says because you know those numbers he was saying, they aren't just random numbers.
Oh,
They're coordinates. They're a date.
For April 7th, I think.
Yeah. So yeah.
Let me check. 1970s MCU timeline. Let me check. Let me check the MCU timeline. Let me check.
While he's doing the wiki thing,
Yeah. Let's get
Yeah,
to
that's why
this.
he's doing the wiki thing.
And so,
Moving on.
well, for one thing, the fact that Tony uses his father's name and says Howard Potts, that
Yeah.
actually got a chuckle out of me.
And yep, it was April 7th.
Yep, April 7th. And you said it was May 29th?
I thought it was May 8th, but yeah, it's April 7th. Yeah,
Oh yeah, well, when is Tony born?
May 29th. So it's
May 29th.
So which means that
It was about 2
Maria-
months.
Maria's 8 months pregnant.
Yeah, basically. Anyways, and so the two end up bonding over
Oh, by the
parenting.
way, guys, the whole Howard.
Yeah.
That's a callback to Infinity War. Remember?
Hmm?
Ooh.
what?
Oh wait, no, never mind. Never mind. That was Morgan. Duh.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry. Go ahead.
Continuing on.
Right, but yeah, it's like, yeah, this is a very tender scene, and honestly, really, and especially since we get to see Howard in a way that we haven't seen him before, being unsure of himself.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
it's like, say what you will about the man, maybe he was a bad parent, but at least he was trying. He actually
Yeah, he was
tried to be a good family.
Besides, it's nice to see the John Flattery Howard again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's like,
yeah.
but yeah, it's just like, this whole thing of him wanting to be a good father, you know, especially with Tony's complicated relationship with his father, they never felt like his father liked him. When we see in Iron Man 2...
He said he explicitly says, my father never said he loved me. He never even said that he liked me. Not to mention that there was also the secret to Tony's new element in the.
I think the main thing about it is that, yeah, Stark men are a little stubborn.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and so
Morgan probably inherited some of that stubbornness
and some of that snark.
Yeah. But
anyway.
Yeah, it's like, the fact of the matter is that when it comes down to it, the relationship between the two probably was because of both of them having big heads.
Yeah.
And when it comes down to it, this moment is honestly some really good closure between Tony and Howard. It brings Tony's character full circle.
Mm-hmm.
Changing from being this arrogant dickwad into the hero that we know him to be.
Yeah, this arrogant military. Yeah, this arrogant
What I think also helps with the scene is if you remember the whole thing with Civil War. I.e., how he found out about, well, how his father died.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
how Howard and Maria died.
Yeah. And it's honestly really sad. But
And you want to know what I like the most about this? The fact that throughout all this, Tony keeps his cool. He's not tempted once to tell Howard anything. Which shows that even though he's probably overjoyed as hell to have this chance to see his father for once, he's not going to give him temptation. He remembers the mission comes first, and anything he's tempted by needs to push it aside. And remember the one line from the trailer, whatever it takes.
Mm-hmm.
Even though
Anyways, let's move on to the stuff in space. In spice! And starting off, we have
Morag.
Yep, on Morag with Nebula and wait, Morag? What does this have to do with Xenoblade 2? I'm sorry, I can't resist. I'm sorry. Also,
no, you're not.
Seeing Star-Lord in the Guardians of the Galaxy opening, that was nostalgic.
It was even better when they pan out and just show him dancing to nothing.
Where he's listening to the music on his headphones,
and then we hear
Rhodey
say,
dancing around like a moron, and then they pan over to Rhodey and Nebula saying, "So he's an idiot." Yeah. And then Rhodey clotheslines the bastard. Bark!
You guys knock the fuck out, man!
Knock the fuck out!
Overall, this scene was just comedic joy, just seeing Rhodey and Nebula work off each other.
I know. I love the development they're giving Nebula. She's actually bouncing off each of the Avengers in comedic fashion, and I love it.
And here's the thing,
Yeah.
it's like Nebula grows from sort of this socially awkward person to realizing who she is. I would have to say, if it came down to the main characters of this movie, it would have to be Tony, Steve, Thor, and Nebula.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck yeah.
Well, yeah.
I would say Black Widow as well, but she also kind of gets a little
Okay.
shafted. We'll get to that in a bit.
We're
Okay.
good. You're gonna get to
We'll
cast.
get to that.
And yeah, they get the orb.
Yep, they get the orb.
However,
They're about
this
to
is where we run into a
leave,
snag.
but yep, and this is where the whole plan starts to fall apart, because guess who finds out? Guess who finds out?
2014, Thanos, Gamora, and Nebula.
Yep, Daddy
Okay.
Dearest comes and kidnaps Gamora. Or not
However,
Gamora, Nebula.
now, the
Brain.
casual person would ask, what? How did he do that? Well, it's because apparently, due to Nebula being a robot and her being in the past, her past self is now connected to those memories.
Yeah, her wires are crossed.
No, she's going
I do have a question.
cross-wired.
I do have to ask a question. How the fuck does that
Get
work?
it?
I get it.
Okay, devil's advocate. How the fuck does that work?
Well, actually, okay. Playing devil's advocate as well.
They're probably
Well-
on the same frequency.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're robots.
Oh,
Well,
right.
mostly robots.
I
They're
guess
both
that makes
cyborgs.
sense.
Yeah, they're both cyborgs.
Yeah.
Anyway,
But yeah, so Nebula ends up getting captured by Daddy Dearest and is tortured into getting the information. And here's where things start to fall apart, because they pull a little bit of a switcheroo.
Yeah, we're 20. Yeah,
Long
we're
story
2014.
short, kids,
Alright.
they basically swapped out the current Gamora
Yeah,
with
Or
the
Nebula.
Nebula with the
Yeah, they-
past Nebula.
yeah, they swap out 2023 Nebula with Teen Nebula.
Flutter, you're parroting again.
Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah.
again, Florida want a cracker? Pretty sure
Florida want a
Star
cracker?
wouldn't give you one if you begged enough.
Anyway.
Anyways, moving on. So, yeah, this is a bit of a problem, but we'll get to that later. But we gotta cut to Vormir. And we all kind of knew what was coming,
boy.
which feels a bit... Yeah, when I got to this part, when it's like, you have to give up somebody, I'm just like, oh no. Because remember, I got spoiled on who dies in this movie.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay, to
honestly,
be fair, this is the death that made me cry. This
Okay,
one made me
okay.
cry.
okay, real quick, I want to say something. No joke, when they were asked Vormir, I completely forgot about the whole thing with the Soul Stone until Red Skull reminded us, like,
Yeah.
It's like,
oh no, one of them has to
yes.
go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
thus,
and
this
tears.
results in both Hawkeye and Black Widow battling over who is going to give up their life. And in the end,
It's Natasha.
Natasha makes the ultimate sacrifice.
And here's
And
the
we all
thing.
cry.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
this is the moment that made me cry.
Here's the
Yeah,
well,
same.
I got a little teary-eyed.
the first one.
Yeah, it was really sad.
Also, she's erased from existence. Her death sticks,
Yeah, her death sticks.
which means
Yeah,
Yeah.
even they got all the stones back together. Yeah, you can't bring her back no matter how hard you fucking try.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you
Yeah.
see,
which means that her movie is going to be a prequel.
and here's the thing.
You see her body.
After everybody comes back, we see Hulk's reaction. And he is
Yeah.
devastated.
Because remember Age of Ultron?
Yeah.
Remember?
Yep.
Remember
Yeah.
Avengers 1?
Yeah.
Honestly, I do really like that ship in Age of Ultron. I thought that-
Yeah.
No.
To be perfectly honest, they only
I
went
actually do.
They only went the whole route of that Banner and Natasha being an item is because they really can't make a really can't make a Hulk movie with all of the other characters from Hulk, though they weren't able to get Thunderbolt Ross back in Civil War.
Okay. Let me say something real quick. I agree with Silver's opinion on this. Now, at first glance, yes, this sounds like a bit of a stupid ship. But when you go deeper into it, you start to realize it makes more sense.
I do think this shit makes perfect sense. I just personally am not for it. And again, that's my opinion. If you guys like it, that's fine.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Now, let me finish real quick. Here's the deal. Natasha has basically been raised from pretty much most of her life as to be a killing machine. A monster.
The Avengers are her family.
Yes. The thing is, a normal life or anything like that's pretty much alien to her. And the thing is, because of what was done in the Red Room, she can never, ever have anything that anyone else has in terms of a family.
Yeah, because remember in Age of Ultron, and remember Scarlet Witch's visions?
Yeah,
those visions weren't just visions; they were visions of her and of Natasha's past.
Yeah.
Now let's take also Hulk. Yeah, Banner. Yeah, now. At first glance, people would say, "Oh, that makes sense. Banner has had a normal life." Oh, children.
Oh, hell!
On the outside,
yes.
On the outside, yes. On the inside, oh hell no. Especially if you're familiar with the comics.
Well, yeah, this is the MCU.
Well,
so let's
yes,
but comics.
I feel the need to go deeper into it here as well.
Yeah, the Gamma Bomb.
The Gamma Bomb changed everything. He basically has a monster in him, a monster that can go ballistic and crazy at the snap of a finger. That basically means that he can't have a normal life either. So, the fact that both him and Natasha basically work off one another, yeah, it makes the most sense. They both know what it's like to feel alienated from having a normal life ever or at all.
Yep, but let's get to the main thing here, getting back to Endgame. Yeah, this was a very sad moment, but at the same time, Natasha didn't do much in this movie.
Yeah, not really.
Honestly, yes and no.
And no.
Let me explain. Here's the thing. Yes, Natasha didn't really do much at first glance. But here's the thing. What I feel really points that she did more than one would think. Remember the opening scene that we saw her with when she was talking to everyone else on when they were off on missions? That says to me that while all the going on, Natasha was in charge of basically helping to in keeping everything in order, of acting as mission control, of being the person everyone looked to for guidance.
Yeah, good point.
Yeah, I do also want to mention this little tweet I found with the whole Avengers Endgame stuff. The lighting in certain scenes regarding to each of the main six. I'll read the whole tweet and then I'll explain the colors. Clint lost, then found his reality. Nat sacrificed herself for the Soul Stone. Steve got lost in his mind and stayed. Tony figured out time travel. Bruce closed the space between him and the Hulk. And Thor found his inner power despite his pain and trauma. Now I'm actually going to get this.
Speaking of which...
Let's get to Thor.
Let's get to Thor the Dark World.
Thor. No, wait, better name. Rocket and Thor's Excellent Adventure.
Oh my god. Okay, I personally want to talk about this scene because this scene actually had a very personal connection to me. Because...
Go ahead.
Let me just get into this because... So, Thor is here, and he's kind of being a bit of a wuss,
Yeah.
and
Dude, Thor, yeah.
he kind of forsakes the mission and runs into his mother, who immediately realizes, yeah, this isn't her Thor.
Yeah, Frigga, not an idiot.
Yeah, Frigga, not dumb. She isn't dumb.
I mean, at the same
Yeah.
time,
I was
being raised by witches probably helps.
Yeah, I was raised by witches. I can see with more than eyes.
Yeah. Anyways,
And of course, he gets the sweetest pep
I
talk
totally
from his
am
mom.
the
That was
future.
just so adorable.
okay, hey,
Yeah.
Guys, let him go.
let me speak, because this once, like I said, this scene had a personal connection. Okay,
Okay.
Thor is talking with his mother and basically lamenting how much he has failed. That that everything is screwed up, and he feels it's his fault. And the inspirational words that his mother says to him about
And that
him-
Frigga said, yeah.
Flutter,
Thank you,
stop
parrot.
parroting. Okay,
Sorry.
I'm gonna say this one last time. All ya zip it. Okay?
Okay.
I am being quiet. It's him you got a problem with.
But basically, her telling him that no matter what failure comes his way, just being able to stand up and continue to do what's right, and that's what matters. And basically to re-inspire him. It really definitely got to me, especially since when I was in the theater, I was sitting with my own mother. And, the past year hasn't exactly been the easiest for me after graduating college and all of this stuff. But through it all, my mom's been there for me, no matter what. And it definitely resonated with me, just listening to Frigga talk to Thor like this, and basically inspire him to continue to fight the good fight. And yeah, this scene was just so well done and well crafted. And Flutter, just, it was so well crafted and so nicely done, and it felt really great having this tender scene between Thor and his mother. And just I can't praise this enough, that it comes from one of the worst Marvel movies.
And honestly, I feel this scene works for another reason. Because I'm pretty sure that there are some people some skeptics who are asking, what's the point of this all? Why continue this? This is why. This is why they keep going. Because if they were to give up and surrender, it'll basically make the words said to them in the past by either people they cared about or family or such, it'll make those all moot.
Exactly. And okay, for Fernando V Movie's One Marvelous Scene thing, this is our one marvelous scene. Thor talking with his mother.
Well,
Because
One marvelous scene.
No.
No.
That might be your one marvelous scene, but my one marvelous scene is much different. But we'll get to that.
Yeah. we'll
look,
get to that.
I'm just saying that this was a very tender scene, right? It
was-
definitely
it was
really
a
works.
interesting nonetheless.
Also,
Yeah,
we have
yeah.
a Kyoryu joining in. Hello.
Nice
You guys
guy.
you guys still talking about Endgame?
Yes,
Mhm.
yes,
Yeah, we are.
we're getting to the end of the second act.
Okay, I was just Crunch just wanted to see if you guys had gone off topic yet, so I'll take that as a no. Looks like he lost the bet.
Oh my god. Anyways,
God.
moving on. So that's the end of the second act. Everybody comes back. They realize that Nat died. They're very sad about it.
Yeah.
And they make An
Oh, wait,
Iron
wait, wait,
Man
wait, wait,
Infinity
wait,
Gauntlet.
wait, hold on. We
you missed a
transferred one
detail.
scene from the Dark World.
Oh,
No,
right.
there.
Right. He brings Mjolnir with him.
Oh,
Thor,
yeah.
isn't that a little irresponsible?
Screw the rules. He's the god of thunder.
Yeah,
Screw the rules, I got Mjolnir back!
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
it's still epic.
we go back to Avengers base, and
Well, here's the thing. Nebula got swapped out.
Yeah, and unfortunately, due to how the time travel worked, no one's the wiser.
Yeah, especially
Yeah.
since
These.
Nebula's basically switches appearances.
And Daddy Dearest knows.
and here's the thing: she turns the time machine on.
Yep.
Not on.
And because Emmety Ma is apparently a pretty damn good scientist, they were able to reverse engineer the pin particles, so that way Thanos can travel through time and pretty much fuck shit up. But we'll get to that.
I'm curious how long that actually took.
Probably not long, because apparently time...
You want to know how long it took, Silver?
He's...
It's best you don't know.
Damn it,
Damn
Solo!
it,
Wait a minute. I got another joke. You want to know how Ebony Maw was able to reverse engineer the pin particles?
How?
Okay.
It's far too complex for you to understand.
No. Hold on. I got one more. They had a machine, son.
Nanomachines.
Damn it, nanomachines.
Yeah, damn it.
Speaking of nanomachines, nice segue, deal.
Yeah, speaking
Oh,
of.
right. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
I didn't realize that.
The Nanotech Infinity Gauntlet.
Well, the iron. Yeah, the Iron Gauntlet.
Yeah.
Nanotech Infinity Gauntlet.
Semantics.
Stark Infinity Gauntlet, like semantics.
Semantics. But yeah, that thing looks freaking awesome.
Oh, and
I want it. I want
Hey
it
guys,
so
let
bad.
me tell you something. The $20 toy looks like shit.
And I'm pretty sure you'll be able to polish it and make it look good.
Oh, no, Silver. I don't think you're getting this. Here's an image of the actual toy.
I've seen
for the
it.
$20.
I've seen it. Keep on track. Yes, I've seen it.
Moving right along.
Anyway,
I
right after they make the whole Infinity Gauntlet thing, they'll start to talk about, well, okay, who's gonna put this thing back on and snap everybody back?
Tony wants to. So does
Tony wants to. Clint wants to.
But in the end, and good old Bruce decides to be the one to do the deed.
The reason being is because
the radiation the stones give off is mostly gamma.
Yeah.
And also,
Oh, back to Avengers.
And also, here's the thing: is that, Also, here's the thing. Who's the strongest out of all of them?
Hulk.
Exactly.
Not to mention.
Yeah. Welcome, strongest Avenger.
Wait, what?
What?
No,
Ragnarok. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
it's Ragnarok. I was just imitating Thor. Wait, what? Why's Banner the strongest Avenger? What the hell?
Anyways.
Also, by the way, not to mention, the stones have enough power to destroy a continent or to light up a continent.
Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Even with Hulk doing the snap, it badly fucks up his arm.
Which, by the way,
Oh my god, the fucked up arm.
Which, by the way, that injury is permanent.
Is it permanent?
Hold on.
Russo brothers have confirmed that injury is permanent.
Okay.
Fuck.
Okay. Real quick. I feel like I have to quote a certain line from Dr. Horrible thing on my blog. Oh, the pain! This is what pain feels like.
Yeah. So yeah, Hulk fucked up his arm to save the universe. Way to go, Hulk!
Fortunately,
Well, not
That's
to
right
say
around the time when Thanos starts to bomb the fuck out of the Avengers compound.
And worst
Yeah.
of all, Nebula, basically, and before you say anything her plan isn't to just bring Thanos. No. Her plan is
It's
to bring
his entire fucking army.
ship.
Now, here's one thing that I'm actually.
Which, by the way,
Here's one thing I have to question.
Silver, that wasn't to save the
Sorry.
universe. We're getting to get to that in the Battle of Earth.
Well, no. Now, here's the thing. It's like he brought everybody back. He saved half the universe.
Fair enough.
So
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's half the universe.
So yeah, way to take one for the team, buddy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Nice work.
Now-
Nice work, big guy. Sun's getting low though.
let me just say one thing that confused me. So we get this one little bit where Scott's staring out the window and being like, "We did it. We won." How
And
the fuck did he survive the missiles? How the fuck did he survive those missiles?
yeah.
I'm sorry, but
Cat
what?
particles, I guess.
I thought that legit, when I saw that, I thought Scott was dead.
By the way, good choice to keep Laura's phone on, Clint.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's just like, yeah. How the fuck did Scott survive?
Data
That's why.
I'm sorry, but
machine done.
I'm sorry, but there is no possible way he could have reacted to that.
Because he's the Ant-Man.
Look, Thanos is being a dick.
But yeah,
this is
I'm guessing that right as the explosion was happening, Scott was able to shrink in order to escape most of the blast.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it feels very contrived, and I'm just like,
fair.
Oh, I agree.
It is-
I was just trying to offer an
Also-
explanation.
it is the major point of contention for me in this movie.
Also, you guys know what they reference with Hulk holding up Avengers compound with?
Right.
Secret Wars.
Secret Wars reference.
No?
He's only able to mostly do it with one arm, though, so that's fucking awesome.
Hang on. One moment. Let me get something here. Hold on.
Wasn't this issue 3?
Shush. Getting it here.
Also, here's another thing. Everybody survives the place being bombed.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
Thanos, way to fail.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
ready to kill somebody. If you were aiming to kill anybody,
Way to
you
miss everybody.
that is just.
Okay. Here we are right here. This is what it calls back to. Secret Wars issue 4. U4.
Ah, okay.
Hulk holds up a 150 billion ton mountain.
Ah, okay.
Yeah.
Now, if I may make a quick reference.
Go ahead.
Careful, you idiot! I said cross her nose, not up it.
Sorry, sir. Doing my best. Who made that gunner? I did, sir. He's my cousin.
Who is this guy?
He's an asshole, sir.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
No, that's Dave, sir.
believe it.
Asshole. Major asshole.
Your asshole.
Believe it, I'm surrounded by assholes.
No.
Let's oh wait. Well,
Moving on.
let's get ahead a little bit. How many assholes we got on the ship?
Yo! I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
I love that movie.
Also,
I still need to watch that freaking movie.
Oh, so good. Anyways, back on topic.
Yeah. Anyway.
Back on topic.
So yeah, everybody's just kind of everybody's
Out of
kind
it.
of just like they're trying to recover from this whole thing. Ant-Man's trying to save War Machine and who else was it?
War Machine, Rocket, and Hulk.
Hawkeye.
Yeah. Hawkeye's running with the gauntlet. I guess you could
Hawkeye
say
running
he's
the gauntlet away from
running the
Outriders.
gauntlet. Or wait, no, he's running the gauntlet with the gauntlet.
Yes.
Yeah. And remember the one rule, Hawkeye? Don't get eliminated!
Yes.
God damn it!
Wait, what?
God damn it.
Wait.
I didn't get what you said.
Wait. MXC.
Don't get eliminated, MXC.
Wait.
Ow.
Who'd be Kenny Blankenship?
What did you say?
Who'd be the host, though, out of the Avengers?
Oh gosh.
Let's not go into that.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Moving on.
Moving
Moving on
on.
like Flyer does.
So now we have Steve. We have Steve, Tony, and Thor basically fighting off against Thanos, in which Thor is wielding both Stormbreaker and Mjolnir.
Dual wielding?
Like a
Fucking A!
What's better than wielding one magic weapon? Two, damn it!
True magic weapon.
Oh my god, that's great.
And then we get
Hang on.
We're getting it. We're getting to it.
So
We're getting to
the
that.
three heroes,
the Marvel Trinity.
Yep, the Marvel Trinity are pretty much fighting off Thanos, their biggest foe yet, and kind of getting their asses kicked.
Yeah.
But
Getting your
then,
asses kicked.
as Thanos is about to kill Thor, Steve
Mjolnir
wielding
just-
Mjolnir.
The whole scene goes like this. Mjolnir just rises up from the ground. We don't know who grabbed it. And as Thor is about to get killed by Thanos' weapon, Mjolnir just smacks Thanos in the
No,
head.
actually, no. It's not.
swings-
It's not Thanos' weapon. It's his own.
Oh yeah, as Thanos is about to kill Thor with Stormbreaker,
Stormbreaker.
Mjolnir just smacks Thanos' head, whizzes back past him, and we see Captain America wielding Mjolnir. And Thor is just happy as shit. I knew it!
I knew it.
Paying off that bit from Age of Ultron.
So good.
Now let's discuss real quick about the whole thing with him picking up Mjolnir. The casual fan would ask this: why didn't he pick it up before? There hasn't been anything. The Russos tried to say that he always could, but chose not to. However, fans came up with a better explanation, and the explanation is quite simple. He still had that. He not only had some of the baggage from the whole thing with Bucky, but because of the fact that he was carrying the sin of the fact that he basically kept what Bucky did from Tony.
Also,
At the same time, I don't think that is. I still just question that. I still question that the whole thing of like that Steve knew at that point in time.
Well, I don't think it's.
Sure,
I don't think here's the thing. I don't think he knew. I think honestly what he did was he took a gamble. He wasn't sure what was going to happen, if it was going to work at all. He just did it because
No. I mean the whole thing. In Age of Ultron, where it's like, oh, he knew that Bucky killed Tony's parents. Like, I don't buy that.
Yes,
He
he did.
had
Remember.
Bucky's file at the end of Winter Soldier. That probably would have had the fact that Bucky killed Tony's parents.
Yeah, but I don't think that that's the reason why he couldn't lift Mjolnir all the way. I will admit, he probably is still feeling doubts, but I highly doubt it has anything to do with him knowing information.
Okay. Well, let me put this to you in another perspective. Here's the thing. I believe the reason why he wasn't able to pick it up was not because he wasn't worthy, because at the time he probably was. It was more the fact that he didn't think he was worthy.
Yeah.
Because
Also,
here's the thing. Here's the thing.
That was
Keep
a
in mind.
minute, Flutter.
Steve's been through a shit ton. Yes, he has a family, but he has lost so much. The woman he cares about, gone. All the friends he made from the war, gone. He basically had to start over from scratch, and I get the feeling that's something that weighed on him.
Mm-hmm.
Also, yeah, Steve wielding Mjolnir. Yeah, that was the second time that my theater burst into applause on opening night.
That was freaking amazing.
It was freaking amazing.
Yeah, with Steve just dual wielding Mjolnir and his shield that so much
He's
holy
injected the
fuck!
crap out of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was fighting off Thanos single-handedly for a good, I think, 5 minutes.
Which, by the way,
like I said, like I said, he Zengetsu'd the crap out of him.
By the way, guys, you want to know what that reminded me of?
What?
DL, you know this cover all too well. The cover for issue 3 of JLA Avengers.
Oh yeah, I remember that with freaking
with a battle damaged Superman on the moon, wielding Mjolnir in his left hand and Captain America's shield in his right.
Damn.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome.
However, even then, Steve's getting his butt handed to him, and then he hears on his comms on your left.
Okay.
No, before that.
He keeps going, and well, his shield is getting smashed. His back is up against the wall. He is basically almost completely out of option. But despite that, he fastens his shield.
Especially the fact that his arm actually has a big ass gash on it, where he has to tighten the straps on his shield just to keep it closed.
And to make matters worse, Thanos stands behind, hand in front of an army. His whole army is there. The fleet, everything is there.
Yeah,
by
but
the way,
May I continue?
Yes.
Yes, let it continue.
So, yeah, things aren't looking good. And then he just hears on his comms, on your left.
Well, no.
Oh my god, will you guys just let me say the thing?
Yeah, let him go!
Just go.
Yes. He hears on his comms, on your left.
Which is a great callback to Winter Soldier.
And my god...
Where Steve pestered him with that line.
And thus, everyone shows up.
And thus, we get the biggest damn heroes moment in the entirety of the MCU.
Yeah, every character that you've met from the very beginning of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, from the first Iron Man all the way up to here, every character that you've seen, even frickin' Howard the Duck shows up in that hero scene.
Yeah. Also,
Howard the fucking Duck.
Hold on. When it comes to a moment like this, I have to grab a quote. Hang on, give me a moment.
I think I know which quote you're going for.
Yes.
Hi, Pepper. Nice to see you with Rescue, finally.
Oh, yeah. Pepper shows up in Rescue.
Yeah,
shows up as Rescue.
Yeah. But yeah, in this case, let me just play this here in the box.
Send in everyone.
Which one?
Everyone!
I mean, yeah, that also works, but I'm thinking of a certain other, give me a second. Music.
Everyone is here.
Nope, hang on.
Which, by the way, the song that plays in the background. Wait.
Here's the guy who's just in the nick of time. What does that make us?
They're heroes, sir.
We just...
Yes!
Firefly.
I love the Firefly quote.
So that's the trope namer for big damn heroes.
Wait, you didn't know that?
Yep.
Yeah.
And now the second thing that I have to say, and now also the second thing,
Yeah, Silver.
yeah, the second thing I have to say, eat your heart out, Sakurai. Everyone is here.
Which, by the way,
Yes. And of course, I love this. Everybody gets it. Everyone gets in the frame. Everybody, everybody from New Asgard, all the Ravagers, everybody. Doctor Strange says, "Is this everybody?" Wong replies, "What? You wanted more?"
What, you wanted more?
There's only one team that's missing. We're missing the Defenders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I believe the Russos did say that they wanted to include the TV show characters, but just look at the scene. It probably would have been hard to include them.
Yeah.
And also it's technically a rights issue.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
Damn.
speaking of TV shows.
Also, if you want to know where now, one may ask, where the hell were the Defenders? Well, it's simple. You're off getting shawarma.
Yeah. But yeah, if everyone would allow me to take this bit, because I love the bit coming up. Because after everybody gets out on the battlefield, where Steve looks at Thanos, Thanos looks at him. When they do the whole pan up toward Captain America, Steve goes, Avengers! He then grabs up Mjolnir and then says, Assemble. And everybody charges the right fucking Thanos! Finally, Steve said it!
Oh, so good.
Oh, we've been waiting since Age of Ultron for you to say that line, and it was so worth it!
Yeah. I remember one of the best promos was Avengers. Huh?
Damn it, Joss Whedon!
Which, by the way, speaking of TV show characters, we did get one. Jarvis.
Oh yeah, the butler who played Jarvis in the Agent Carter TV series.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got Jarvis.
Anyways, we're gonna run through this part real quick, but this scene was freaking awesome. Everyone shows up and kicks all of the ass, fighting off against all of Thanos' minions, and it is amazing. We get to see just everyone kick ass. You know what this...
But one.
Oh, hang on, we'll get to that. Yeah.
By the way, yeah, the Battle of Earth, which I don't care what anyone says, the Battle of Earth is the best battle in the MCU, bar none.
Yeah.
Oh fuck yeah!
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what actually this reminded me of?
What?
You know those... Actually, no, there's one specific one that it reminds me of. I was thinking in general the Power Rangers crossovers, but I thought of one that in particular. Forever Red.
Oh yeah.
Like, you get to see every character showing their stuff from across multiple different power sets and generations, and it's amazing.
Also,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure the ulti was happening when Scarlet Witch kicked Thanos' ass.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes. Wanda finally got her payback for what he did to Vision.
Yeah.
She just went full ham on him.
Unfortunately,
you took everything from me.
Unfortunately,
I don't
even
who you
know
are.
you.
Don't worry, you will.
here's the thing.
She kicked his
That's
ass and
all
he
we
had to
really...
back up.
Guys,
Right,
Sorry.
fine.
there is one issue, though. That's all we really get of Scarlet Witch.
Honestly, I don't mind this.
I don't mind it either.
Because, let's be fair here, what we wanted the most was for her to get her revenge for Vision in some way. And honestly, we got that in the end, and for that, I'm satisfied. I'm grateful for what we got.
All right.
Yeah.
Tell me what we got.
Anyways.
Also, how about that back-to-back shot of Tony and Pepper?
Oh, that was pretty
Oh.
awesome.
Fucking amazing.
There was another part that I just loved in that during that whole final battle bit. Tony is fighting against a giant ass monster. He tries to shoot it down, but then Peter webs it, pulls it back, and then Ant-Man squishes him. And
Oh
then
no,
Peter's going,
no! That was Cole Obsidian.
Oh,
Yeah, that was Obsidian.
Oh yeah, that was Cole Obsidian. Okay, my bad.
But
yeah,
and then we get to
after
one
Ant-Man
moment
squishes him.
with Tony and Peter.
Oh,
Yeah, Peter was just going, hey, something strange has happened. You remember when I got all dusty and then Doctor Strange said, it's been 5 years, they need us, and then Tony just hugs him and was like, shut up, you bitch, let me hug you.
Yeah.
Oh.
That was a damn nice callback to Spider-Man Homecoming where it says, we're not quite there yet, kid. I was like, we're there now. Oh, this feels nice.
Like,
Yeah, we're
honestly, this was such a heartwarming moment.
Also,
Yeah, it was.
the Chitauri Leviathans lower their artillery, and then we see a beam of light.
Back
Back it up, Flana.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
For one thing, Flutter, remember who has that character as their favorite female superhero?
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Let me take this.
Go ahead, Silva.
Intensifies.
I love the fact that this is becoming a running gag.
Yes.
Anyways,
Silver, I'm proud of you. Get a cookie.
Anyways, the whole plan of this thing is basically they need to get the gauntlet out of here. Thanos gets the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Oh, because here's the thing. Before the whole fight starts, Thanos basically says, Yeah, I've realized I've screwed up. You're all gonna die now!
Also, yeah.
And
Also nice payoff from Civil War with Black Panther referring to Hawkeye by name.
Yeah.
Also,
Yeah,
I will...
where Clint goes, "Hi, I'm Clint. I don't care.
I don't care.
Clint, give it to me." Oh, we're on a first name basis now.
Anyway.
Anyways, I will say one thing though. To quote Tommy Oliver, why can't you all just want to rule the world?
Rule the earth.
Or yeah. Or can somebody? Can somebody?
I
forget the line.
can do it.
Oh, yeah.
I'll do it. Why can't you just want to rule the world like all the other sickos?
Exactly. Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's basically what I was thinking with Thanos. It's like, okay, you want to destroy the world and make it in your own image. You know, you should have done that in the first place.
Yeah. Thanos, you're close to going full Adele. Never go full Adele.
Yeah, never go full Adele.
Basically. Yeah, I'm gonna be honest here. Thinking about it, because it's been a whole year since Infinity War, and I forget what we said with Infinity War, but looking back at it now, Thanos' plan is freaking stupid.
Yeah, kind of big.
Yeah, kind of.
It's
It's
like-
because
Yeah, the dude's a fucking psychopath.
Okay. On paper, yeah, okay, I can get where you're going with it. Basically, trying to into basically even things out. But you really should have seen this coming at the fact there'd be survivors who'd watch you dead.
And also, yeah, he's a fucking sociopath.
Yeah.
Yeah, if a freaking psychiatrist was trying to figure out Thanos' line of thinking, it was like, he's psychotic. No shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
That's a
no,
reference from Blade Trinity, by the way.
the fact of the matter is, it's like, he has this whole plan of wiping out half the universe, but it's like, okay,
Then what?
yeah.
Yeah, then what?
You're just gonna retire on your farm? Well, you did that, and look where it got your future self. Your head cut off.
Exactly.
This you know what? Okay, you know what I think should have happened?
What?
When Thanos found out about the whole thing with his fate in the current timeline, there should have been a moment where he basically has second thoughts. But maybe it's one of his followers, like Ebony Maw or the Paz Nebula, who basically encouraged him to keep going. There should have been one moment like that. Just one moment, because I'm sorry, you cannot convince me that that man, regardless of how cold-blooded and heartless he is, would not have reacted in any sort of way to seeing his own death.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, me thinks something is not right in your fucking head, mate.
Yeah.
Or it feels like there was a scene cut.
Yeah. To be fair, there were a
Probably,
lot
but-
of scenes cut. Anyways,
Yeah,
back to the
there's
football.
Yeah, back to the football.
Yeah.
Back to Gauntlet Keep Away.
Yeah, basically. And we get the gauntlet passed around by a bunch of different heroes, and then we have Thanos calling down an airstrike, which
By the Chitauri for the
yeah, it's like, yeah, that's gonna kill a lot lot of people.
There's
It doesn't
no
kill the
kill,
main
no
killer.
kill.
I mean, it doesn't kill the main hero, so it's, you know what? I'm convinced now that the Chitauri are just have the aim of stormtroopers.
No. Silver, what you don't understand is there's a secret behind that. The Chitauri did train the stormtroopers.
Oh my
Oh God!
Anyway, Silver, continue.
Right. And you think that all hope may be lost here. And then
But
a beam
then
of
the cannons stop aiming at them and start aiming up.
light slices right through the ship. And I am sitting in the theater with this big ass grin on my face, basically in my mind going, yes! He is!
So basically,
let me get
Silver,
the-
in that moment when Captain Marvel showed up, you pretty much grinned so hard your face froze.
Oh, it was so good. It just...
Hold on, Silver. I can get you the clip. I can get the clip. Hang on. And now we present to you.
No, don't get the Street Fighter one. Get the wrestling one.
Hold on. Okay. Let's see here.
And now we present to you the mind of Silver Maxus.
Okay. Hang on. Let's see. Yes. All right. Let's see here. Let's see here. Dot music play. Paste. And here we go.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Alright, that's enough.
Anyway, and then at this point in time, Peter is
Holding
has
the gauntlet. And
You have to use a whole bunch of instant
Which
kill bits on him.
I will say this right now. Despite the fact that he passed the gauntlet onto Carol, at that point, when you get down to it, the main person who helped save the day was technically Peter, since he carried the gauntlet most of the way.
Well,
Yeah.
okay, now I need to get to my second point of contention, which was actually brought up by Nando V Movies. Now, normally I don't agree with this guy and his whole thing of rewriting the movies so that it features this, and this. It's the same thing I have an issue with of the Disney brain when he is rewriting Power Rangers when he has no real reason or when he has no real right to. But in this one, I kind of...
To be fair, okay, Devil's Advocate on the Disney brain thing is not it's the fact that he has to, it's the fact that he chooses to.
Yeah,
And
but at the
that's
same
fine.
time...
He's free to do so.
Well, here's the thing. He blatantly ignores the whole thing of, yeah, they're kind of limited to the Sentai footage.
Yeah, they kind of are, but that's, yeah, I get what you
Yeah,
mean.
getting into my infamous argument with somebody in the comments section when Disney Brain was basically saying, "Oh, let's just have Lauren be the main red for Power Rangers Samurai instead of having Jaden."
Shit, that would have been much better.
It would have been better, but you're still limited by stock footage.
Yeah.
Stock footage is a thing, people.
Anyway,
Yeah.
also,
Alright,
Can we
moving on.
just get back on the train of Avengers Endgame?
Right.
also,
I don't think that Carol should have been the one to carry the gauntlet. The A4 scene was awesome, but I think that there was somebody who was better qualified for it. And I feel like when I say it, you guys are going to agree with me.
Okay.
Who?
Nebula.
Yeah. I agree with that.
No joke. I know exactly how they could have been able to do this. Everybody else in the A-Force just fights off a whole bunch of Thanos' forces, and Captain Marvel holds off Thanos herself. And then when Captain Marvel gets a free minute, Nebula says, "It's like, Danvers, throw me!" It's like, let's pull up a fucking basketball special.
So
I can honestly see this. I could even see a scene where frickin' and Thanos would go to Nebula and say, "Daughter, give me the gauntlet." And I could imagine her saying, "I'd rather die first."
Also, hey,
And
Peter.
I would also like to see Nebula try to kick Thanos right in the balls.
Yeah.
Yes.
We all would.
Yeah. Also,
It's like, the whole thing with A-Force was awesome. And, huh?
you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear you just fine.
Okay. Anyway, go ahead, Silver.
Yeah. The whole thing with A-Force was awesome. Which, for those who are wondering what A-Force is, basically in the comics, there were a bunch of female superheroes that teamed up, and they were called A-Force. So yeah,
Basically a female Avengers team.
yeah, basically.
Yeah, basically.
As much as
we'll be
awesome as
we'll
that
be
is,
known as A-Force. It's not a little derivative.
You're absolutely right.
Yeah.
God damn it! I cannot wait to see Deadpool interact with some of the Avengers in the future films.
Also, hey Peter Parker. Hey Peter Parker, you got something for me?
oh man,
Here.
Oh my god.
oh man.
Fun fact.
No, denied. You're not bringing that up here.
At one point in the comics, they actually dated.
Get out!
Get out!
Hold on, Oberman, get out!
Okay, Flutter. I warned you. I did warn you. But for that incompetence, you must be punished.
You're bunnies!
And wait, hold on. Actually, this is our first time Lee demonstrating this button to the audience.
Ooh.
Hey boy.
Oh boy.
Swiggity Swaggo Realm, say hello to the Shadow Realm.
You're banished!
You're bunnies!
Yeah, whenever somebody does something stupid like that, they're banished to the Blago for a couple of minutes.
No. They know that. They just haven't seen us use the Shadow Realm button.
Yeah, Shadowrun buttons new.
Well, anyway, after the A-Force moment,
Yeah, well, they destroy the van. Well, that plan
anybody else
shot.
see an ugly brown van over here?
Actually, here's something that someone actually pointed out about that. How that's in particular. By that I mean a moment between between Wasp and Wasp and Ant-Man. So there's a scene in Ant-Man and the Wasp where she basically makes fun of the fact that Scott called Captain America Cap, and then there's a moment where they're basically told to do that mission, and she says, and I quote, "We're on it, Cap." And you see a quick moment where
Where
Scott
they both
basically
look at each other as
smiles
like
at her.
smile.
But yeah, Thanos does end up getting the gauntlet.
Well,
Which-
actually, but yeah.
Okay, Flo, have you been there for a minute?
Yes.
Have you learned your lesson?
Yes. Sorry, but yeah, he does end up getting the gauntlet. He snaps.
We're not there yet.
You are so
We're not there yet.
You are so far into that. We haven't even gotten to the other part where Captain Marvel actually holds her own against Thanos with the gauntlet.
Yeah.
Which
Yeah.
I thought was absolutely amazing. Thanos basically tries to headbutt her.
Yeah, Thanos headbutts Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel doesn't even flinch or budge.
And he has this face of, oh shit, that didn't work.
It's like, oh shit.
Well, more specifically when he powers.
Also,
him.
guys, I just realized something.
Yeah.
So, you know the whole thing of Thanos wanting to destroy the universe and make his own?
Yeah?
He was pulling a fucking Galeem!
Oh my
My
god.
god, you're right.
Oh
Wait,
god,
what?
he pulled a Galeem from Smash Bros. My god.
Oh
Oh my god.
You're going full Gleam. Never go full Gleam.
Jesus Christ.
Anyway.
Anyway.
And I thought Galeem was copying his plan. It was actually Thanos was copying Galeem's plan.
Anyway, go.
So, guys, do you mind if I actually take the next section of the final battle?
Alright, sure,
don't
go
mind.
ahead.
Alright, and so, right after Thanos basically bitch slaps Captain Marvel with the Power Stone, ouch.
Ow.
Yeah, ouch.
Yeah, and then Tony looks at Doctor Strange, and Doctor Strange holds up a one finger as the finger starts quivering, which of course calls back to, well, while Doctor Strange can use all this magic and shit, his hands are still fucked up, so he shakes from time to time.
Well, not just that. Infinity War.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's that too. But yeah.
Oh, and there's
Tony-
also a scene where Tony asks, is this the one scenario where we win? And
No. He says the one.
And
then-
Strange says, if I tell you, it won't happen.
Yeah.
And you know what? People are saying that Strange was going for something different. No. If he was going for something different, then this wouldn't have been the part where they win.
Yeah, exactly.
So after that, Tony
It's like-
basically
It's like, guys,
Tony basically
seriously.
Tony basically gets a brain blast moment, fights Thanos for a bit, grabs the gauntlet, but then Thanos smacks him away. And Thanos goes and repeats his future self, "I am inevitable." He snaps
his fingers.
nothing
Nothing
happens. Turns his hand, stones are gone. And of
guess
course you
who
realize,
owns them?
yeah,
Yep.
and you guys realize that the nanotech gauntlet is made of the same shit that Iron Man's currently employing in his suit.
And
So
then-
he just grabbed the stones
Beltrex-
and employed them onto his stone.
Beltrex, let me say the line. And
Okay, sure.
he then see the gauntlet molded in Tony's armor, and I am Iron Man. Which
Snap!
fun fact, that wasn't originally in the movie.
Yeah.
But it wouldn't
originally-
have-
originally he wasn't going to say that.
Guys, one at a time. Honestly, if they hadn't have said that scene, or if they hadn't have said that line, it would not have worked.
Yeah.
It fits
Yeah.
too well.
Because here's one thing I know when it comes to situations like this. When you have a moment like this where the character did something so bad and foiled the villain, you need an epic one-liner.
Exactly.
And plus,
Which
it capstones the original Iron Man movie, where at the end of the movie he says, "I am Iron Man," and then Tony replies, "I am Iron Man."
Which, by the way, Tony stealing the stones from Thanos was his cheap trick, whereas and I am Iron Man was his cheesy one-liner.
Right.
Wait, what?
Iron Man 3! His autobiography?
All right, cheap tricks and cheesy one-liners.
A cheap trick and a cheesy one-liner, yeah.
Oh my
Exactly.
god, that's so good.
That is brilliant. That's absolutely brilliant. I love that.
But yeah, after Tony snaps his fingers, all of Thanos' forces are dusted. And actually, in paralleling some ways from Infinity War, where Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight, apparently they're husband and wife. Odd.
Oh.
They replicate
Odd.
They replicate the bit where Scarlet Witch and Vision died with
Wow.
Proxima Midnight over Corvus Glaive's corpse. And then
If you
Ebony
say something
Maw
like that,
is
Proxima, Corvus. Karma is a bitch.
Yeah, and then Ebony Maw is posed and walking just like Peter was when Peter said, "Mr. Stark, I don't feel so good."
Mr. Thanos, I don't feel so good.
And then,
I don't feel so good.
and then, of course, after everything, Thanos sits on the ground like Infinity War, sighs, and then we're all just dust in the wind.
And here's the thing. Now, this wasn't really confirmed in the movie, but this was confirmed recently by Russos themselves.
Mm-hmm.
When the snap took out all of Thanos' forces, it did take out all of them. Including Gamora. Oh, fuck!
Oh no.
Yeah, Gamora's
Damn.
gone now.
Isn't she?
God
weird?
damn! Peter's. Oh, damn, that sucks.
They actually said that it took out Gamora?
Yeah, they confirmed it. The Russos themselves confirmed it.
God.
Oh my god.
That's gonna make Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 a little bit more problematic. Though there is that one rumor that that Peter might get hitched with Nebula. Which honestly it's the next best thing.
Yeah.
Well,
That
wait a
sounds the
minute.
worst thing, but
Wait a minute, but Gamora turned to the good guy side.
That's still
I get the
Gamora.
feeling that Tony wasn't allowed to be too specific with
Guys,
Gauntlet.
past Gamora. That's what
Yeah,
Silver
the past
Maxus
Gamora.
2014
Yeah.
Gamora, not 2018 Gamora.
Yeah.
Well, that's a shame.
Yeah.
But yeah, after all of Thanos' forces are dusted, everybody is just happy that they've won, except Tony.
However, yes, they won.
Fucked up.
Actually, guys. Actually, Dale, you're wrong.
Wait, what?
What?
There's a. They don't know if Gamora's alive or dead.
The Russos say otherwise, Flutter.
No. Joe says that they don't know, and James Gunn can do whatever he wants with the storyboards for Guardians Volume 3.
Okay, then. Well, then never mind. It's possible that Gamora may live.
Yeah, you
Gamora will live.
Yeah, you read that completely wrong, TL. But anyway.
Anyway, moving on.
Actually, you know what? Counterpoint. You read that completely wrong. Because you know who I first had it from? You!
Moving
No,
on.
Didn't I never said
Moving
that?
on.
Moving on.
I never said
Anyway.
anything like that anyway.
After Tony uses the stones, his
He's
body is
fucked.
fucking mutilated. In fact, no joke. The beginning of Endgame actually hints at Tony's death, because you saw Tony's Iron Man helmet completely broken and fucked up on the right side.
yeah!
Look what happened to Tony later.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Honestly, when it comes down to this, I knew that Tony was gonna die, even before the spoiler.
Same.
I did as well.
And
Oh,
yeah,
it didn't help because of the fact that we knew that that RDJ and Chris Evans were ending their contracts after this movie, so I knew that they were going to have to kill them off.
well,
We'll get to that.
We'll get to that, Flutter.
also that more than likely short-circuited Tony's arc reactor.
Oh,
Yeah.
the arc reactor wouldn't have done.
Doesn't need it
The arc
anymore.
reactor would have done
He didn't
shit.
need it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right, yeah.
he got the surgery after Iron Man 3. Joy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Anyway.
So
But yeah.
everybody gets a tearful goodbye from Tony. Like Peter gets one. Oh God, Peter. God, oh God, Peter.
Oh.
And then
Oh.
Rhodey got one, and then fucking Pepper. Oh.
Okay. Real quick, I want to talk about this moment with Pepper. One thing that I like the most is how she handles it.
She handles
I honestly, what I was worried about was that she was going to be crying and such, saying, "Don't go," but instead, she didn't.
But she takes it completely straight.
And more importantly, she doesn't say goodbye to him with tears or frown, but a smile on her face.
Even though she's choking up like a son of a bitch, she says, "You can rest now. We're gonna be okay."
And which people have taken actually pointing it as basically meaning two things.
Mm-hmm.
The first being, of course, Tony's death, and the second that it also is speaking to RDJ himself, saying that that Marvel will be all right without him, that he can finally retire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even though if he doesn't, you want to know what I want to happen?
AI Tony?
Yep.
Oh boy.
No.
Yeah,
Okay. Let me say this right now.
Go ahead.
I don't want him to come back.
Fair.
If he has to come back, have it be via a flashback or something like that. I do not want him to come back in the current timeline because this is too good of a death to do anything other than after this would slowly and completely ruin it.
Yeah. When this death is so good, you make it stick.
Yeah.
And more importantly, this death was so well done on most of the cast was in tears.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Yeah. And right after Pepper,
Pepper
and everybody
this
gives
moment
their
here,
goodbye.
this was the second time that I teared up.
Same here.
Yeah.
After Pepper says goodbye and says that we're gonna be okay, Tony's dark reactor finally gives out. Tony's Anthony Edward Stark has passed on.
It's dead.
Yeah. Now, I want to bring up one thing that was in the cutting room floor. They had hired, I forget the name of the actress. She's from 13 Reasons Why.
Catherine Langsford.
Yeah, Catherine Langsford to play an older Morgan in a scene very similar to Infinity War. Flutter. Flutter, can you please not parrot?
Sorry.
Yeah, where Tony was in the
What do I want, cracker?
But yeah, where Tony was in the Soul World, and basically Pepper's lines about we're going to be okay probably would have gone to the adult Morgan.
Now, I'm glad that they cut that out because it wouldn't have made too much sense.
Yeah, it wouldn't make no goddamn sense.
I think I know what might have worked. Because if you remember if you remember in Infinity War, Gamora died because of the Soul Stone, or for the Soul Stone.
Yeah.
Remember who else died for the Soul Stone?
Oh.
Widow.
Which
Now
by the
here's
way,
some. Now, I'm getting to that.
Let him finish.
Let me finish. I saw a picture that somebody had made, and I think that this would have worked perfectly.
Oh,
Tony
that!
Basically, Tony shows up in the Soul Void, and
Soul World.
and the one person he sees is Natasha. Natasha turns to him. Tony says, "We did it." Natasha asks, basically asks, what did it cost? And, or something like that of basically asking, was anyone lost? Tony probably says something like, only me, and I'm ready. And then Natasha basically asks him, was it worth it? And Tony just gives a nod. Natasha smiles as the entire scene fades to white. That would have been perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know exactly what he's talking about. In fact, I just found it from a person by the name of Ba Lal Bao. It's a weird name, but Pineapple Breads on Twitter posted this fan art. The heart and soul of the Avengers.
You all right?
Always. That hurts so loud.
Well, I wasn't talking about that picture. I found a different picture.
Yeah, I know what he's talking about.
That you are talking about this image.
Oh yeah, that I sent you earlier.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this one.
Anyway.
Right. What was it worth?
Mm-hmm.
Everything.
Yeah.
This would have been a perfect send-off. I mean, we did get a really good send-off with Tony, but I think this would have been a perfect send-off for both Tony and Natasha.
I agree with you. I feel this would have been great because it would have not only been a good send-off, it would have been a nice callback to the ending of Infinity War.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Also,
so I kind of wish that was what they had done, but what we got was also pretty good.
Yeah, and then we cut to the funeral.
Now this was sad.
And now, let's answer a common question people ask about the funeral. Who was that one kid standing? That boys and girls
Was Harley Keener from Iron Man.
Yeah,
3.
the little kid from Iron Man 3 that Tony helped out.
Which, by the way, played by the same actor.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, same actor, all grown up.
He grew up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, he wants to play Iron Lad.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not
Really?
opposed to this. I'm not opposed to this. I'm not opposed to this at all.
Yeah, from what I've gathered from rewatching Avengers Endgame again, think we're sort of teasing Young Avengers a little bit.
Also,
A little bit.
also the cheeseburgers line.
Oh.
It's even more devastating if you remember Iron Man 1.
Oh.
Because that was the first thing that Tony ate after coming back from Afghanistan, remember?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, and plus,
Wait! I should have something. We forgot to mention a certain funny scene.
Wait.
Oh yeah.
Which
The
scene?
landing zone.
Oh
Wait, which one?
The landing scene with Scott.
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Brody
Well, that was
is
a
an
long.
idiot in
Well,
the
that was a
landing
long
zone.
way away. Well, that was a
Yeah,
long time. Back.
I know, but the whole thing, but when Flutter brought up the whole thing involving food, it reminded me that we forgot
Oh yeah.
to mention that scene, but I thought it was hilarious.
Fair
yeah, where
enough, fair
Scott
enough.
got a heart attack. But yeah, during the whole funeral, everybody was just sad, and you see Pepper holding like a wreath of flowers to set upon the water, and then you see it's the fucking old ass arc reactor from Iron Man 1 in the same case,
Tony
proof that
Stark
Tony Stark
has a
has a
heart.
heart. My
Oh.
The feels.
How much
Yeah.
do you guys want to bet that Tony's ashes are inside that case?
Oh.
Why'd you make me think of that, Flutter?
I want to banish him, but he's probably right.
Oh.
Yeah, he's probably right.
Yeah, this ending just had the biggest amount of catharsis. It was
Yeah.
It may have been melancholy and sad, but it still felt good.
Yeah, we
Because-
get several we also get several bits of closure after the funeral where Clint talks to Scarlet Witch about the whole fact where Clint says, "I wish Nat could have seen us win." And
Wait, let me say it. Yeah, exactly. Scarlet Witch brand here. Joy. Okay, Wanda says they both do, referring to Vision.
Aww.
but yeah.
And then we cut to, well, we gotta get the stones back and prevent a bunch of paradoxes. Although, to be fair, they kind of erased an army from existence, so that's gonna cause a...
Wibbly
yeah,
wobbly,
stones-
timey-wimey.
Yeah, the stones of Mjolnir. Yeah, although there is one thing that I have to bring up. Yeah, they kind of erased Thanos, so...
Yeah, that is true, but remember the words of the doctor. Wibbly wobbly, timey-wimey.
Yeah, okay.
Also-
I have taken... okay, let me just say one thing. I have taken this whole thing of how the timeline works on this, and I've taken it... There's a split in the timeline at 2014, immediately when Thanos leaves. Because
Yeah.
basically at that point, we have two timelines. And to coin it in Legend of Zelda terms, we have the child timeline and the adult timeline.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
All the
Hold on, I
Avengers
just realized
movies
something.
will take place, or all the MCU movies will still take place in the adult timeline, but now there's a completely different timeline that's going off, where Thanos is no longer a threat.
Ooh, Silver. You know what I just realized? You know what they just pulled?
What?
They pulled a flashpoint.
Basically.
Oh my god, they
Oh
did.
my god.
Also, yeah, anyway, back to the film. Anyway, yeah, and when Steve is leaving, Bucky makes a call back to the first Avenger.
Yeah, they both make a call back to the first movie where Steve says, "Don't do anything stupid until I get back." And Bucky replies, "How could I? You're taking all the stupid with you."
Which
Oh god, there's a reverse of the first Avenger. Oh.
yeah, it's the reverse of the first Avenger when Steve said that to Bucky.
Oh my god.
And so, Banner gets the machine ready to go, and has Steve travel into the past to get the stones and Mjolnir back because, of course, well, we sadly can't have a dual wielding Thor anytime soon, which that sucks.
Yeah.
Or rather, we can't have the possibility of including Beta Ray Bill in here. No, we can't have that.
Well, here's the thing: is that according to the timeline, Mjolnir gets destroyed. So
Yes, I know. I want to see Beta Ray Bill, goddammit!
we'll see him eventually.
Anyway.
No, we won't.
Anyway,
We might.
so
Never say never.
Banner's trying to getting Steve back, but of course, for some reason, Steve flies past his target time point, and he doesn't show back up. So Banner's trying to figure out what the hell went wrong along with Sam, and then Bucky notices something else, and he calls out to Sam.
Now,
And then he notices a figure on a bench.
And that figure
Is an old Steve.
Is an 100
Old man Steve.
is a 183-year-old Stephen Grant Roger.
now, here's another point of contention I have. They had already established that everything is going to be in another timeline, and yet Steve is here in this timeline. You see the problem?
I do see the problem. It is confusing. I will grant you.
Okay.
I have a theory about
agree.
that.
Okay,
I have a theory
Elsie?
about that.
Okay, go ahead.
Back. That means you have to go back to the 70s. Keep in mind, Winter Soldier, Peggy did that whole video thing in the 50s. That means her husband's already long gone and she already had her children. Then he went to go see Peggy in the 70s.
Well, we'll get to that.
Okay. I will admit, yes, this is probably not the best they could have done it, but I feel they had to because this gives Steve that happy ending that he's been craving for years.
Besides,
Yeah, it does.
I understand why they did it. I understand that they had to do it this way. However, it breaks the rules that they had already set up, and that's a problem. Now, okay, this does not completely ruin the movie for me. I'm going to say that. This does not ruin the movie for me at all. And it does not, and it doesn't even ruin the whole time travel plot, because the time travel plot is really good. I liked it.
Yeah.
It was unexpected. I liked it. But this one part just really messes with me, because it's the one point where the rules of the time travel plot break.
that's fair. Also, maybe I should get that life that Tony said. Then we cut to 1970.
No, we're not there yet. Remember,
All right. Then
remember,
Let me do it. So after Tony says, I tried out that whole life thing Tony told me to get,
Steve, yeah.
and then he opens up a little artist's bag for drawing and stuff, and it contains the shield. And he
Fully
hands it
repaired.
off to Sam. Fully repaired, and he hands it off to Sam, effectively handing the title of Captain America to him.
Now,
and apparently, according to you behind the scenes information, what's the actress for Falcon's name? What's his name again?
Anthony
Mackie.
Anthony Mackie. Okay, when Anthony Mackie was handed this shield, he said that he teared up.
aww.
Whereas
Both he and Steve teared up.
bawling. Chris was bawling throughout that entire throughout the filming of the entire scene.
Also, by the by, great work from the special effects department. All right, they did a real good job
Yeah,
of.
I think it's a combination of both special effects and, of course, makeup.
Yeah.
Props to both of them, and they really sold the whole old man and Steve thing.
And there was another thing that I've noticed a lot of people complain about after the movie drops. It's like, Bucky should have gotten the shield. Shut up.
Okay.
Bucky probably wanted to fucking retire from the whole battle shit until he was asked to come back.
Okay. You know what? Here's my explanation for that. Bucky wouldn't. Here's the thing: even if Bucky was offered the shield, he wouldn't take it because he doesn't feel ready yet.
Yeah, he's too
Bucky has so much blood on his hands, and while he has done a lot, does that truly erase the sins he's committed?
Grand answer. Nope.
And in that sense, yeah, I can understand that.
It's just like with Cap, and it's just like the whole thing with Cap and Mjolnir. He didn't feel worthy.
Exactly. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. And then we cut to 19. Then we cut to
this scene.
where we finally get that callback to the first Avenger.
I'm gonna have to take a brain check on that dance. Brain check cashed in.
He finally got the
He kept his
dance.
promise. Okay, yes, this was the third scene that made me cry.
And to be honest,
Same here. Like the first time when I saw Avengers Endgame, I started tearing up with the whole big hero scene bit. Then I teared up when Tony died. This was the third time. I was bawling ugly tears. I could barely keep my eyes open because I was crying so much. Who was cutting up onions?
And to be fair, this is the fourth time I cried because I also credited Natasha Singh, but yeah.
Yeah, this scene was beautiful. And it's the perfect end to this movie.
The perfect ending to 11 years, 22 movies worth of content. I don't know how else to say it. Avengers Endgame might possibly be one of, if not the greatest movie to end the franchise.
Hold it right there.
All right.
Okay. Let's not kid ourselves. For all these amazing moments that this movie is splattered all throughout it, it is not a masterpiece. It will never be a masterpiece. However, what I feel sells it in the end is, and what I feel makes up for what this lacks is moments like these.
I think
moments that respect the legacy that's left behind, and feel like a franchise that truly respects its past and looks forward to the future.
Okay, I'm gonna say one last thing before I think that we should go to our individual opinions on this. Okay?
All right.
Okay, fire away.
I think that this was the perfect way to send off Captain America. Sending him off with him getting his happy ending. I know that I had already said about my issue with the whole time travel thing, but even still, this was such a perfect scene. Getting to have Steve...
It was a beautiful moment. And the soldier could finally retire.
Exactly.
Also, the original 6 signed the movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, what about the whole original 6 signing the movie?
Oh, yeah, the mid-credits.
Yeah.
We didn't get our classic mid credits and post credit scenes this movie, but we did get two things. First, when all of the actors were being had their names shown in the credits, we had near the end we had 6 special credits show up where we got to see signatures being written down of each of the original 6 Avengers.
Oh, that's so cool!
And of course,
And
it
then-
ended off with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh, fuck yeah. And
The
speaking
man,
of Ro-
the,
and
the
speaking
man,
of Robert
the
Downey
myth,
Jr.
the legend, the one who started it all.
Not to mention, while there is no after credits scene, there's an after credits stinger.
Yeah, a stinger with audio. It's basically the audience would hear like a couple of clangs, 6 at most, and most of the and you would probably think, okay, what the fuck are the clangs? Tony forging Mark 1.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Looking back, they really wanted this to hit home. They should have shown actual footage of that. We should have heard the clanging, and then before the screen fades to black, we see the helmet of the Mark 1.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That I feel would have made that after credits scene feel so much better. Because I will admit, am I a little annoyed to know there's no end credits scene? Yes. But yes. Do I appreciate what they did? Yes. But honestly, if they really wanted if they really wanted to call back to the first one, they should have done it all the way, not half-heartedly.
Yeah.
Fair
Yeah,
enough.
exactly.
And I do think that the clanging of the Mark 1 armor might have also hinted at something else, where even though Tony...
That's speculation at best.
Yeah, I know, it's speculation, but I do want to mention it. That maybe possibly that despite Tony being dead, despite Iron Man being dead, there may be a couple of people in the MCU currently that may be worthy to uphold his legacy.
Well,
of course,
there are 3. Peter.
yeah, at least 3. Rhodey, at least Rhodey with the War Machine armor because he ain't dead yet.
Well, the 3 that I'm referring to, Peter, Morgan, and Harley.
Yeah, because
I'm not dead.
yeah,
I'll
but
feel
one of the things I do actually like about these ideas where Charlie and Morgan
Harley.
Harley, my bad. Harley could possibly become Iron Lad, and then so that way everybody won't be fucking pissed. We could see Morgan become a version of Ironheart.
And you know what I want to see?
Yes.
Peter training Morgan with a big
Oh,
brother,
that would be so freaking cool.
with a big brother and little sister dynamic.
Oh my god, yes.
That would
Yes!
be so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Do it. Do it. Just do it.
Okay.
Anyway,
Let's move on to our individual thoughts on this movie, alright? So, should we do it in the classic order for old time's sake?
Why the hell not?
Yeah, whatever.
Alright, well, guess it's my turn first then. So, Avengers Endgame. God, what a movie!
oh yeah.
You know what your line reminds me of? It reminds me of that one scene from the Usual Suspects review. After you reviewed all of every part of Return of the King, he stands up, cracks his back, and he says, "Wow, what a movie!"
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
this movie has its flaws. Don't get me wrong. I have pointed out multiple flaws with this movie as we've
we
been
all
going
have.
through it throughout this 2 hours and 44 minutes that we've been going on
Almost
about
as long
this.
as the actual fucking movie.
Yeah.
Here's the thing, guys. I looked back at the old recording. Only 2 hours and 11 minutes. We've surpassed that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh, good lord.
Anyways,
Anyway.
there has been this movie has its flaws, but I have overlooked all of them to see what a great movie this is. This was a brilliant send-off to the Avengers.
To 11 years of the MCU.
Exactly. To Tony. To Cap. To, well, I guess Thor and Hulk as well, but we know that Thor and Hulk are going to appear in other movies as...
This was a great send-off to the original Avengers.
Well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
anyways. And just overall, this movie was really fun. It was 3 hours of an emotional roller coaster. It made you feel sad, then gave you hope, then made things awesome with a epic time travel story that rivals Back to the Future. And here's the thing, guys. Back to the Future is one of my favorite movies of all time.
Same
Back
here.
to the
They
Future.
actually, pretty much. They actually made fun of Back to the Future in a couple
Yeah,
of scenes.
pretty much.
Are you saying Back to the Future's bullshit?
You're saying
By the
Back to the
way,
Future's
by the way,
bullshit?
the whole running running down the time travel movies, like at least all but yeah, all of the ones that actually everyone that actually does have time travel has an MCU actor.
Oh
Ha!
my god.
Motherfucker!
The
Wait.
trivia page on TV tropes.
Silver,
Okay.
continue.
Okay. Well, real quick, Flutter, explain this madness.
Trivia.
Madness. This is Marvel!
Well put.
Thank you, I'll be alright.
To explain. Okay, mythology gag.
Yep. To quote Persona, let me explain.
Line creator.
Okay.
Posse.
And?
Wait a second.
Well, I'm waiting on Flutter.
Oh.
I was making
That's just a quote.
Yeah, the quote is "Let me explain."
Wait, where is it?
Seems like a pretty weak quote.
Your mileage may vary, maybe? I'm on the TV tropes page, but I know that. Wait. Excellent.
Alright, Silver,
I think-
continue while he's doing that.
Yeah. So yeah, basically,
Oh, I think that it's in the main film page, but anyway, go ahead.
this movie was such a brilliant send off to the Avengers, and a great conclusion to a storyline that has been 7 years in the making. Well, actually, no, even longer than that. Ever since we first heard about the Tesseract back in frickin' Thor, like the ending of Thor, like this has been 9 years in the making. We started with Iron Man. Then we got through 4 movies. Then we found out about the Tesseract.
Oh, here it is. Celebrity Paradox. Time travel films mentioned when the Avengers discuss the quantum realm go to the past. Hot Tub Time Machine, Sebastian Stan plays Bucky. Star Trek stars the 2009 version, stars Zoe Saldana, who plays Gamora. And
Hey,
Carl
wait, can
Urban.
you send the link real quick? Just put it in the grinder.
Let me actually just send a screenshot, just to be safe.
Why? You could just send a link.
It's
Yes, I-
one trope specifically.
Oh.
Yeah, and?
Celebrity Paradox. There it is.
Okay, yeah.
Alright.
Okay, Sebastian Stan.
Star
Zoe
Trek- Zoe Saldana and Carl Urban, more on Scourge, and as well as Thor. The greater franchise included Doctor Strange, Benedict Cumberbatch, and Idris Elba. They mean the A Wrinkle in Time that was released in 2018. That film stars Michael Pena, Louise. Scott suggests Die Hard. William Sadler, who was in Die Hard 2, played President Matthew Ellis. Samuel L. Jackson, who has been Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Wait, why Die Hard? Die Hard doesn't have time travel.
Remember when Scott brings that up?
Yeah. Scott,
Yeah.
Well, yeah, I know that he brings up Die Hard, but it's like, Scott, Die Hard doesn't have time travel.
Yeah.
Not to mention Dude Thor. Remember, the dude was in the MCU. He was the first villain.
Well, yeah, but this isn't all the movies, because I remember they mentioned Bill and Ted as well as Back to the Future, and that's not mentioned here.
Well,
Weird.
because all but those two had MCU actors.
Okay. Fair enough. But yeah, just like... anyways, just... I really like this movie. I like this movie a lot. Like, this movie's probably up there in my favorite movies list. Probably up there with Guardians of the Galaxy, well, both of them are tied. Civil War, Winter Soldier, and also Captain Marvel. I really liked Captain Marvel. So, yeah, it's up there in my top favorites. It's probably at the number 1 spot, if not number 2. Probably Guardians
Honestly,
1 and 2 probably share that spot.
I will say one thing about this real quick. Not getting to my thoughts, but if you're going to watch this movie, this needs to be seen in conjunction with Infinity War. This is to be enjoyed as a 2-part saga.
You need to have caught up with the MCU.
You need to watch all the MCU movies in order, like starting with Captain America, the First Avenger, and ending with Endgame. I know there's probably a comprehensive list of all the MCU movies in chronological order.
I have a list of in release order, but anyway.
Yeah.
I'm talking about MCU time order.
True. Yeah.
Yeah. So, but yeah, the main thing about it is, this movie was good. If you haven't seen this movie, well, why the hell are you watching this? But go watch the movie. Hell, even if you've seen the movie, go watch the movie again.
Watch it again.
Exactly.
Heck, I saw the movie twice. I mean, my friend Ross and I went to Tinseltown in Medford to go see the movie in 3D. I teared up in the 3D movie, in the 3D version. Then we saw Avengers Endgame again, like the week before Detective Pikachu, because, well, there wasn't any movies until Detective Pikachu dropped. And I actually still teared up again. Not as badly as the first time, but I still saw it a second time. And I even loved it the second time around.
Yeah, the only reason why I'm not going to watch it a second time is because money. That's the main reason.
Honestly, like, one of the reasons why I won't is, well, number 1, because I can technically see the movie again. I'm not going to the theater, not going into any details. Shh. But the thing is, no matter how many times you rewatch this movie, no experience will truly match the first time you watch it fully.
No.
Yeah, exactly.
But I'm gonna zoom out. Do not let that discourage you from watching it again, because even watching it again, you still will enjoy it. Hell, I'm gonna say this right now. Now, we are the Toku Roundup. Support anyone and everyone still going to see this movie. Because number 1, it's a really good fucking movie, and number 2, because this movie needs to be, there's more praise than fucking Avatar.
Yeah, that's another thing we gotta
Okay, guys, don't make this about Avatar, okay?
We're not. I was just gonna mention about the whole fact of, like, friggin' Avengers Endgame. How much money did it make in the first weekend alone?
A shit ton.
$1 billion. $1 billion in 5 days.
Yeah, holy shit.
5 days. And this thing, 5 days.
It only took 5 more days to break 2 million.
And more importantly, it's currently beating Titanic. This movie,
even to the point where freaking James Cameron himself said, "Wow, the Avengers sunk like Titanic."
No, even better. The Avengers, you sunk my battleship.
Excellent.
anyways, let's.
But okay.
But yeah.
One point. The point I wanted to make here is this movie is groundbreaking and breaking box office records up the wazoo, and it is deserving of every single penny.
This was
Hell,
this
I didn't even.
guys.
I didn't even pay.
Guys.
I didn't even pay for my ticket.
Shit.
Silver,
This
go
was 11 years in the making, folks, and it paid off. Everybody
This-
was. Here's the thing. Here's the thing. One of my good friends was basically very skeptical and saying, "What are the stakes for this movie?" Oh, there were stakes.
There were even steaks and they were fucking juicy.
Mhm. This movie
Anyway.
was fantastic. Really good movie. Go see it. Go see it
Oh,
again.
yeah.
When it comes out on Netflix, go watch that too.
I mean, hell, when it comes out on
Not
DVD and
Netflix,
Blu-ray,
Netflix
watch it until the
Plus.
disc can no longer be playable.
Sorry, Fleur, you were saying?
So, not Netflix Silver, Disney Plus.
Yeah, there's that. Well, at the very least, Disney Plus is cheaper than Netflix.
What, really? Huh.
Yeah, no joke. Disney Plus is cheaper than Netflix.
All right.
Well, there you go.
Anyways, guys. So I've said my piece. So next up, Flutter.
This is the Endgame. Screw it. Endgame is the best MCU film.
Oh.
It's better than Infinity War.
Bold words, good sir.
You see, I saw this on opening night in IMAX with my best friend. Who actually got me to catch up on the MCU and stay caught up.
Damn.
When we got out of the theater, we were emotionally exhausted because well, granted, he's been on this train ride for 11 years. I had only seen one film, but I had only seen Iron Man 1 before catching up. But for me, it was worth seeing on opening night in IMAX.
The question is, Flutter, what did it cost you?
Nothing.
What was it worth?
Everything.
I get it.
Plus, I didn't have to pay for my ticket.
Nice.
I just best friend back.
All right. Don't brag about it.
Anyway, but just I loved how character driven it was in comparison to Infinity. Infinity War deserved to be more action packed, and the action that we got in this movie, perfect. Just the Battle of Earth alone is worth the price of admission.
I agree with that completely.
And screw it, this movie gets an S from me.
Yeah, I should probably give my rating. I'm gonna give it an A sharp.
And to be honest, you're on an emotional roller coaster entire film. And yes, see this in theaters. Screw the DVD, buy the Blu-ray.
Buy the 4K. Buy the 4K Blu-ray. Hell, if you can fucking handle it, buy the 8K Blu-ray. I don't fucking care.
Or here's another thing you'd say. Buy the shirt.
Buy the shirt.
Anyway, and see this on Disney Plus. See this as many times as you can. And this was the perfect way to close out the Infinity Saga.
Mm-hmm.
The Russo brothers, while they're taking a break, more than deserved their break from the MCU.
Mm-hmm.
And Tony and Steve, I enjoy their the way Tony made the ultimate sacrifice, and Steve, he's just living his life, living the life that he never got to live, and just yeah. Anyway,
All right,
next.
on to DL.
Wait, I thought Ulti was going next.
No,
No.
remember, we're doing it. We're doing it in the old fashion. Remember, so it's me, then Flutter, then you, then Zeltrax, then Ulti.
Fair enough. I'll say this for now. This movie, it's not a masterpiece. It will never be a masterpiece. Because it is riddled with problems. But does that make it a bad movie? Oh, hell no!
Hell no!
Is probably one of the best experiences you will ever have with the MCU. Though I will say this right now. If you truly want to get the most out of this movie, you need to have experienced all of the movies. I'm not going to say it's fully required, but if you want to get the experience that a lot of us got out of it by the end, watch all the movies.
Like, let me just get this into context with my own thing. So I ended up seeing Infinity War, and by that point I had caught up. And then I kind of missed out on seeing Captain Marvel and Ant-Man and the Wasp. Now, Captain Marvel, that was fine, you know. It was still out in theaters, so I went and saw it with my best friend, and we had a good time. Ant-Man and the Wasp, I ended up watching a couple days before on Netflix, and I really enjoyed the movie.
Cool.
So, yeah, I basically watched three MCU movies in the span of a week.
Even though, to be honest, in my opinion, Captain Marvel's the weakest film in Phase 3.
What?
I'd say Ant-Man and the Wasp.
What do you boys say? What now?
Ant-Man and the Wasp was good.
It was good, but it was kind of...
Captain Marvel's
Excuse me. Excuse me.
At a time.
Captain Marvel's just okay. It served its purpose as an origin story. There.
You know, to quote Mildra, I'm going to start hitting you now. I don't know when I'll stop.
Okay, children, calm down. First of all, Flutter, I suggest you start running.
Yep,
Yeah,
because
Ron.
guess who's going for the Joker memory?
Oh, god damn it! Here we go.
Don't feel like it.
Okay, no. Oh no. Okay, I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish my thoughts.
I mean, I was mainly just playing it up for. I was mainly just playing that up for laughs, but Flutter, I disagree with you wholeheartedly. Captain Marvel was awesome.
Yeah, but okay.
Silver, your fanboy's showing.
Like he
Black.
gives a shit.
Yeah, I could say the same thing about you, Deno boy.
Fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah, to continue.
Yes, go ahead, DL.
If you were to ask me to summarize this movie in one word, no pun intended, I swear, it would be marvelous.
Yeah.
No pun intended, I swear. But the thing is, there are not many words you can use to describe this movie in like one sentence. There is so much meat. There is so much substance to this movie. The time travel may be simple at first glance, but when you look deeper into it, there's a shit ton more to it. There's a lot of funny moments. There's a lot of action and moments. There's a lot of emotional moments.
Mm-hmm.
And this movie basically has something for everyone who loves who loves a certain genre of movie. You want action? We got it in space. You want emotion? We got that too. Character-driven stuff? That's here as well. here as well. You want some humor? Remember? There you go. This movie is it is honestly really good that they saved this for one of the last ones. Far From Home may be the last one of this phase, but to me, this is technically the final movie of the whole of this entire saga.
Even though I view Far From Home as the epilogue.
Basically.
Yeah, most people would think.
Okay, yes, that I will agree with you on. But this movie was definitely worth the hype. It was worth the wait. And honestly, if you were to miss out on this movie at all, that is a shame because you are missing out on something amazing. This had so many years of build-up and such, and it shows. There is so much love, so much passion, and while it may fall flat in certain areas, for the most part, it delivers. It delivers on so much, and honestly, it's a dream come true that we can have a movie that leaves this much of an impact with not just comic fans, but with people in general.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let me take you folks back to the earlier days. The days of the Steel, the Batman and Robins, and all.
DL, I would
those.
say you should probably wrap it up a little bit. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm getting it.
He's making a point.
I know.
The point is that this was, for lack of a better term, a game changer. Now, while yes, this does bring the problem of what they will do next, honestly, I can't wait to see what they'll do. Will they top the Endgame? Oh, hell no! But are they going to deliver something with a lot of effort, love, and passion? Abso-fucking-lutely.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh.
This is again one of the best MCU experiences I've ever seen. Hell, this is up there with ZM and I's experience of Thor Ragnarok.
Yeah.
At that AMC theater back in Florida, fuck yeah.
Yeah, to be honest, Endgame opening night, best theater experience of my life.
And this was built up since the whole thing with Thanos. It was built up since the first Avengers movie, and they paid it off. It paid off in spades, and that's honestly amazing. And many should almost be in awe of this, that they could accomplish this. And with that in mind, I give Endgame an A+. And honestly, you should see this movie, but you need to make sure that you've seen everything else, and more importantly, that you make sure to see freaking Infinity War before this, because these both, they're meant to be enjoyed as a two-part story that caps off this phase of the Marvel Universe. Well done, Russos. You have done many comic fans, Marvel in particular, proud.
Mm-hmm.
Next.
All right. Next up is Ziltrax.
Oh boy, here we fucking go. So, I was like a couple of years older, because I think it was like 14 or so when Iron Man first dropped, and I freaking loved the movie. When I first saw the post-credit scene with Nick Fury saying that Tony was a part of a bigger universe, I did not expect what would happen after that. And then all these movies came out, and then we got to the first Avengers movie, which was around the time when the Fox-Disney merger happened, and most people don't want to talk about that anymore.
Or you mean the Marvel-Disney merger?
Yeah,
The Disney-Marvel merger, my bad.
and
It's been a bit of a long day for me.
No, Ziltrax? Disney bought Marvel New Year's Eve 2009.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, I think I'm continuing. Let me continue.
Yeah.
But yeah, after that, even when Disney bought Marvel and was starting to do the whole MCU stuff, Disney just let Marvel
Honestly,
do their
if
own
I may
fucking
say
thing.
one thing,
Good.
honestly, Disney buying Marvel was not a bad thing.
No.
In
No,
the end,
no, it was not.
yeah. I'm gonna say this for that. Disney buying Marvel was probably one of the best things that could have ever happened. Because I'm convinced if that didn't happen, we would not have gotten
wouldn't have had this movie.
We would not have had the budget to make this kind of movie.
No,
No.
we wouldn't have.
I'll admit, Disney buying Star Wars was probably more controversial, but I still like those movies, so fuck you haters.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let me say one thing real quick about the people who are bitching and moaning about the fact that, Disney's getting a monopoly. Yeah. Okay. First, shut up. Secondly, does it really matter? As long as they're making good movies and basically still fulfilling what the franchise is about, what does it matter?
I still argue that Star Wars 7 and 8 are good. Fight me.
So do I.
Yeah, I will. They're not bad movies. But the thing is, here's the bottom line here, people. If you want good movies like this, you need the budget that Disney would give. Otherwise,
I keep saying this, but
what?
Sorry, I keep saying this, but Disney is basically the Nintendo of animation.
Yeah.
They are the old.
Animation
They are
and film.
animation and film. They are the. Well, I wouldn't say the progenitors. I would say that they are pretty damn close to being progenitors of this. They made such a major impact, and while they have fallen from grace at times, much like Nintendo has at certain points, they're still able to give us these things that just... They're able to give us such memories that are so important. So, yeah. Disney, you done good. Keep it up.
Also, I'm saying this right now. Endgame blows the DCEU out of the water.
Oh,
absolutely.
Anyways, back to Zeltrax.
But yeah, and of course we come up to Avengers: Infinity War, which we all thought was gonna be completely fucking insane with the Avengers beating Thanos, but Thanos actually won. They lost a lot of shit, and so everybody was anticipating how everybody was gonna come together and beat fucking Grimace's face in. And the first experience I had with this movie, where, like I mentioned a couple of times when I first saw the movie, I fucking bawled my eyes out. Like, I had to wipe my eyes several times just to get the tears out of my eyes.
My best friend cried when Tony died, and knowing him, it is very hard to get him to cry when it comes to media.
Oh yeah, like me. It is also hard for me to cry in terms of different media. I have never really cried at a movie. But when I saw Toy Story 3 for the first time on DVD, when I saw the scene of Andy giving his childhood toys away to Bonnie, I teared the fuck up so much. I actually zipped on over to my mom and dad's room because they were also watching a movie at the time. I literally just fell down, laid my head on my mom's lap. I was like, "Toy Story got me to cry."
Hell, I've only seen him cry at a film 3 times. Or at Film War Media 3 times. Season 1 finale of Stranger Things, Coco, and Endgame.
Yeah.
I will admit one thing, that this movie definitely moved me, and especially with all of those scenes, because I didn't cry. There's only one time I've ever really cried at something. Well, I mean, I've shed a couple of tears when things get really sad, and I've probably got a couple of tears during Endgame, but not outright crying. The only time I've actually ever cried, Martin Stein's death scene in Crisis on Earth X.
Oh, yeah.
Remind me!
Yeah, that was that.
That was good.
That makes me
That
sad
was
just thinking
good.
about it. Anyways, not talking about DC right now. We're talking about Marvel. Deltrax, continue.
But yeah, my first experience with Avengers Endgame when I watched it a couple of weeks ago, it was so, I don't even know the words to describe it. I was not expecting a lot. I was not expecting anything with the movie. But when I noticed a lot of things, like, well, of course we get friggin' Professor Hulk for a scene, and then we got all the time travel stuff, and when we get to see past MCU moments from different angles and everything, and then of course all of the other amazing shit, like that whole fucking final battle is like a movie in and of itself.
Yes.
And I mean, I'm seen because of course people have leaked some of the scenes online because
Well, not just
fucking
that.
assholes.
Not just that. Marvel Entertainment has released them officially as of today.
Yeah, Marvel has actually been uploading clips of Endgame online themselves, which I don't think I've ever seen them do that
Ooh.
for past movies.
Okay.
Flutter? Does that pertain to the current conversation?
Yes.
Yes. Also, welcome back, Ulti.
Okay, so my audio may fuck up and you may be hearing an echo. I am sorry, my headphones just died right now.
Okay, fair
it's
enough.
alright.
Yeah. Let's wrap up Zeltrax real quick so that you can give your thoughts and then get going.
But
Okay.
yeah, Avengers Endgame is a definite experience that everybody needs to see this movie. If I were to give a review rating to this thing, where I would normally do it in one of my reviews, I would call it bad slagging ass, and then play the Shadow the Hedgehog victory scream music. That's how I normally rate
Also,
badass movies.
Okay.
guys.
Also, Shadow the Hedgehog. Ew.
Before
Oh, hey, the game might not be good, but some of the music in it was pretty good.
Yeah, but
And I love the music on Saturday
before
Night
Ulti starts, yes, one of the influences for the plot was like for Endgame.
But
You know, you're going to be happy with this one. House of M.
What?
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
One of the influences for Endgame was House of M?
was going to be House of M.
Oh, God.
I had like hearing that.
Anyway, Ulti, get your
You
thoughts.
know, I can see it.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah.
Anyways,
So yeah, Ulti, get your thoughts out.
Yeah. Okay, Endgame. Where the fuck do I even begin? Okay, Endgame. You made me laugh. You made me cry. A lot. You love me and all. You're awesome. But were you perfect? No. Silver said, and you guys have all said, this movie does have flaws. But there's so much good that you can ignore some of that flaw. Because this movie is the end of an era. A great era at that. Nothing is ever going to be the same after this. Shit, I don't think they're ever going to be able to top this. But I am glad this movie happened. I am glad we have this movie. We have it the way it is.
Indeed.
This movie is the best MCU movie in my opinion, but it's definitely in my top 5, without a doubt.
Yeah. Anyways, Ulti, you should probably get going, so you go ahead and say your send-off first.
Okay, wait, first let me get my rating, goddammit.
Oh, sorry.
Alright, so, okay, I'm gonna give this just a number. I'm gonna say, for all its good and some of its flaws, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. Okay. So since my stuff is not working and they got this awesome stuff to do, I'm going to sign off for now. I have been the Savage Queen between the Ultimate Nerd Girl, and I will remind you all, stay nerdy, my friends, and always dance with you time of dancing. Yeah, boy.
Alright, see you, Ulti.
Later.
See you later.
Later.
Alright.
And now it's time for us to do our sign-offs.
Yep, so ladies and gentlemen, we hope that you have enjoyed this 3-hour... Jesus Christ, 3 hours! It feels like being on the Toku Roundup again. Oh boy.
It's almost as long as the actual movie.
Hey, it's perfect callback.
Of course. Well, either way, I'm glad to have done this with you guys because, you know, I've missed talking to you guys about nerdy stuff.
And we missed you too, Silver.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
But yeah, so, well, DL's in charge, so he might as well start off the thing. I'll end it off, I guess. I'll be the RDJ. I'll be the RDJ to end it off, okay?
Fine. I have been your kindness, the most beloved overlord, Lord and rule God extraordinaire, Diablo 20. Reminding you to always make sure to clean up any dust left behind on the battlefield.
God damn it!
You never know where it could have come from. It could have come from I don't know, just ash from weapons firing, or I don't know, maybe some people left behind from a huge snap. Anyway, and don't forget to praise Hayes, Army of Lord God, that Grunzo, and of course, show.
I have been your flamboyant flyer, floating at 98. So we're on flyers.
I have been Zeltrax Millennium saying goodnight, good luck, and of course, everybody, if you want to be a nerd, just be a fucking nerd.
Well,
And go watch Endgame.
Exactly.
Yes.
Anyways, I have been your resident Radiant Rider, Silver Maxus, and I'm glad to have gone through this whole thing with you guys. But now I must say adieu. So, fuck, I forgot my sign off. Sorry.
Wait. It's stand at the Vanguard.
Yeah, I know that. Hang on.
No, wait, I'm sorry, sit down the Vanguard.
No.
Okay. Dialbot, if you're gonna do that, I'm gonna call you Tom.
I don't get it.
So basically, the person who owns the card shop that I go to every Sunday makes the exact same fucking joke, and his name is Tom. Do you want me to call you Tom from now on?
No.
Anyways.
Relax. I won't use that joke anymore. Place his fingers behind his back.
I heard that.
You heard? Yeah, but it was Elvish. You heard nothing.
Anyways, I have been your resident Radiant Rider, Silver Maxus, saying peace out, stay awesome, stand up the Vanguard, and God, I missed this. I'll see you guys whenever I see you guys. Adieu!
Bye.
Hey, Naz.